The worst part is this. The worst part for Avisa, I think, is the fact that her mom plays 14 and constantly badgers her instead of just using Google. And it's for like the simplest of things.
It's not only that, it's the fact that she needs help with everything around the house, and, well, she turned 70 this year, and,
Your mom is 70 and plays 14? That's awesome.
yeah.
Depends on the day.
She doesn't play very well. She has cataracts in both eyes, and her vision is questionable at best. I mean, technically she shouldn't even be driving, and I'm paranoid about that. She does it anyway. But, she can't see shit in game, so she mainly just crafts. She loves crafting.
Good woman.
And,
Crafting's the real end game anyway.
and when it comes down to new things, she shouts on Avisa, and then me and Avisa go, and then we end up soloing bosses last night, remember?
Yes.
I wish I was kidding. We really were just soloing bosses.
Yeah. And then on top of that, her lungs aren't so great, and she can barely make it upstairs, never mind do anything around the house, so...
That dope ass stuff.
That is a
Check
cool
this.
stuff.
As for my father figure, fuck if he never was one. Don't even know where he is. Could be dead for all I know.
Yeah.
I would probably throw a party if I found out he was dead.
Oh,
Okay.
Lisa.
I'm sorry, he wasn't a nice person.
Oh, well, that's fair.
Your
Totally
your
get that.
magic stick also provides you a +1 bonus to your spell attack and spell save DCs, but I fixed it.
I also love that fucking name.
Oh yes, the staff of the long-suffering healer.
Yes.
I was like, I know.
You might as well have just called it the staff of listen here, you little shit.
It's like I know that Lucina's player has played MMOs before. I know that anybody that is healed in an MMO like understands on like a deep spiritual level what I mean when I say the long-suffering healer.
Yes, hi, hello.
Hello.
It's even worse when I have to be the one healing.
Caspian tanks. I feel sorry for Avisa, but
Poor Shags having to be my
I
cool
healed
tank.
these shites in raid, so...
It's like, Cass, what are you doing? Cass, provoke! Cass, provoke! What? Oh, we're dead. Oh, no.
No,
Well.
please don't stand on me, please don't stand on me. No, go that way, No. Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh,
Never mind, we're dead.
And then the cleave.
And then a cleave.
But yeah, a few extra healing words for the cleric, and like there's a bit of like the risk reward there, right? Where it's like if you use the last charge on the staff, like it has a chance to break forever. So it's like, you know, are you willing to take this chance? I guess.
Nope. There will always be at least one
Nope.
charge on that thing.
like I could heal you, but this staff is much more valuable.
In your life.
That just means that it's now my job to eventually find a situation that provokes you into using that last charge.
You think I won't let somebody in the party die? I like
I
this staff.
guess you'll die. Like fuck.
I mean, I guess you are a grave cleric, so if no one ever winds up in a grave, can you really do your job?
Exactly.
But yes, speaking of doing your jobs, I believe last time you had spent a bit of time investigating the warehouse where the Duke kept all of his like party decor and supplies for the various like social functions that he so frequently enjoys showing because he's quite fond of himself. And you had isolated like a particular set of decorations that seemed to be part of like a paired like summoning ritual that would, if completed, open a gate that would allow for beings from the Nine Hells to quickly and temporarily pass from the hells into the material plane. You had figured this out with the help of it turns out Vert's friendly
Fucking nerd
Nerd boy.
friend.
yeah,
Yeah,
nerd
my weed friend.
from the Black Magister a bookstore or
It's
whatever.
fucking Major Boo.
Yeah. What was his name? Oliver or something?
Yeah, it was Oliver.
Is his nickname Twist?
And after you had kind of deduced what it seemed to be that the plan was, why that guy had been assassinated in the alley, and what had followed up on that, you had come to the conclusion that forewarned is forearmed, and you knew what the plan was, so theoretically, if it goes down, you would be able to thwart it, but interfering with it ahead of time might mean that you wouldn't be able to catch the assassin in question. So you decided to leave it as is and allow the decorations to be taken to be set up as part of the speech that's being given, and then you had all kind of worked out various places you thought you might be willing to hide during the speech that was going to be occurring the following day, and hopefully you would be able to keep the Duke, who has thus far been your most benevolent employer, from getting murdered in a manner most foul. And I believe, well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drag you over to the map of the event in question that I've spent the morning assembling.
So in the wide, yeah.
Yeah. Let me get everybody's character tokens before I completely forget what I'm doing. Okay, I don't know that we need Avisa's healing spirit right now, but maybe later.
You leave my best friend alone.
Okay, let's see here. I'm just gonna put everybody's tokens here, and then we can talk about where you have actually positioned yourself when I transition the view to.
Oh, that's a lot of people.
I told you he was giving a speech.
So, I think I said I was mingling in the crowd. So,
I said I was going to try and hide in the.
you're gonna try to hide in the podium.
Yep.
All right.
that fucking token for Portier. I fucking love
Is that
it.
what he looks like? Oh my god.
Oh my
See from
god.
see from a
He's the old
distance, it looked
fucking
like
Fortnite guy.
it looked like a classic Chinese old man for a second.
He looks like Captain Birdseye.
It looks like he should be in a Dynasty Warriors game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the
Do not
hat.
pursue Lubu!
The hat doesn't exactly work, but the rosy cheeks and the big gray mutton chops and everything was exactly what I wanted.
Yeah, that's
I love
great,
it.
man.
Oh, would you look at that? There's a gargoyle post right there.
Oh wow. Looks like it was made for somebody who likes gargoyling.
You ever
Too
hear about?
gargoyle.
Yeah, you ever hear about the what do they call it? The people who identify as goblins,
Oh,
not
kin,
not
the kin thing or whatever.
they're not. I don't mean as a gender thing or whatever, but the people who are yeah, I'm just a fucking little goblin,
Oh,
That's
right.
me, except I'm a gargoyle.
I mean, yeah,
like gargoyles.
I do frequently refer to myself as a chaos gremlin, so I completely understand.
What's that called, hun? Where your entire aesthetic is goblin.
I don't know.
I'll
I
tell
didn't
you
even
what.
realize that was a thing.
Speaking of
Or
goblins,
being a fucking goblin? I don't know.
in
Goblin Core. They call it
yeah,
Goblin
that
Core.
thing.
Goblin
That thing,
Core.
Goblin Core. I did not know that was a thing until this week. What the
Mhm.
fuck?
Oh my
Goblin
God.
Core is great. Goes hand in hand in my mind with Dark Academia.
hmm
Uh,
I am Gargoyle.
Oh, did you
Gargoyle
pick
Core.
up the Little Witch Academia game, by the way? Because it was cheap.
I didn't. Not
Oh.
yet. I
Maybe I
might
should
though.
get it for you, because I'm still OU in Hillary.
there's a
No.
Little Witch Academia game.
Mm-hmm.
From actually, Cats, I was reading the reviews on it. From what I heard, it's not very good.
I mean, it looked okay. If you like the show, then it'll be good.
I did like that show. Anyway,
It's pretty good.
weird.
With Harry
tangent
Potter.
aside.
Saying you'll like the game because you like the show is saying you'll because you like the book.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Mm.
Anyway, sorry.
Some things
What? First off, what the fuck is Rhea doing in the middle of this crowd of weirdos? Who
She's-
did that?
She's trying to mingle.
She's
Like-
mingling
like
like
Ray.
Ray.
Fucking put her by mom where she belongs. Thank you. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, no.
Well, it
you're
was
right.
either that or she was sitting next to me, but a paladin next to me would stand out like a sore thumb, so...
Tell
We've all-
tell me that Lucina did not drag Rhea by her ear to be near her so that she could keep an eye on her.
I wouldn't drag her by her ear, but I would stand behind her and shove her by her shoulder blades if she wouldn't comply.
Perfect.
God damn it,
Possibly.
comply.
Uh-huh.
All right.
And
Uh,
I guess, as I discussed, I was going to be at the Duke's heels in wild shape.
Oh, sure. Yeah, you were gonna be
As
in
a
like
flea.
cat form or mouse form or
Or
whatever.
dog form. Maybe
Be a
tame
Be a
wolf.
rat. Be a rat.
Be a
Get
rat.
up work.
Don't be a rat.
That's how he gets you.
right? When we
I
never
have to
be a
met,
rat.
we never saw Visa again.
I have a legit question. If a
Sure.
Visa does wild shape into a rat, would she also be influenced by Veer as the Rat King?
Do druids not keep their mental stats?
I mean,
Well,
I can give a kind of bullshit like escape get out of jail free card, which is that since she's not part of my swarm,
Yeah.
but I could assimilate her into my swarm.
I was gonna say she technically keeps her mental stats when she wild shapes, so like she
Yeah, if you
maintains her
polymorph somebody.
personality and her ability to like think, right? So like
I think if you polymorph somebody, that'd be a different story, though.
yes.
Yes, yes, join the swarm.
Oh no!
You'll love it.
A true polymorph would be a different
Oh,
matter
man.
entirely.
Well, thankfully,
Fucking hell.
Viert isn't the Rat King. Yet.
Yeah,
Yet.
He might as well be.
I know,
I
right?
will when I take out my arch nemesis.
The actual Rat King.
Yeah, the actual Rat King. Fuck that.
Um,
Listen, if he is actually a rat person, as was alluded to, then I'll just make him part of my swarm too.
I'm getting some fucking top shelf liquor and some popcorn for that fight, let me tell you.
Anyway, right, back
Yeah,
to
yeah,
here.
sorry.
Token layer. Cats have 2 hit points, it turns
As I
out.
was trying to say, I was going to suggest the Duke's ego might appeal to having a tame wolf at his side.
Oh, a wolf, you say?
A wolf with a fucked up tail due to an unfortunate alchemical accident.
Perfect. I gotta turn the Visa up. I can't barely hear you.
Sorry.
No, it's probably me. I got you down at like 40%.
Oh, was I too loud at some point?
I don't know, maybe.
I'm under a constant war with this microphone. So
You
It's
are
probably,
you are
probably a fan or something.
No, I mean,
I mean-
I think she's fine,
Like,
personally.
she's fine now, but that's probably when he turned her down.
I
Like,
mean,
the
you are
fan gets
talking-
really bad.
you are talking to the smooth brain extraordinaire. So
Hilarious.
Smooth
have
brain
some
these days
experience.
after taking a crash course in everything to do with web design.
Can you control that token?
yes.
Okay, cool. So, I think that I'll just leave your other token off in the market stalls over there until we inevitably need it.
So we
Yes.
got Rhea here. Rhea and Mom hiding at the steps. Boasting Ball hiding in the podium.
Right.
Avisa being a good doggo. Me in the crowd, and Viert perched over everyone on a high spot to make himself feel superior.
Yes.
Right.
Sure you're not a cat?
He's a cat deer.
The elusive cat deer.
Yes. But yeah, just for my own purposes, Shanks, can you give me a stealth check and also, I guess, Vert, because like I don't actually know that Lucina and Rhea are making an attempt at being hidden.
I'm not necessarily trying to hide.
Exactly. But I assume Vert in his gargoyle perch is also like at least making the passing attempt at trying to be hidden.
So I mentioned last time that I've been here all night. I have camouflaged myself. I made, I think, a natural 20 survival and stealth check.
Oh yeah, that's
Okay. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now looking back at it from before
Yeah.
or at the end of the last session. Yeah. Okay. I got your roll. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been here all goddamn night.
You're good. So yeah, then I guess from your perspective, Vert is like the next scene we would actually get, right? Is like you in firing position, like perched on top of the building. You know, they spent like yesterday like finishing the construction of the stage and getting everything like set up and ready. You kind of watched throughout the night as people came and go, but nothing particularly strange happens throughout the evening. Well, nothing out of the ordinary for Baldur's Gate anyway. There's probably the usual like stop thief somewhere in the distance and the occasional sound of like combat as a barroom brawl like spills out into the street, but nothing relevant to your interests. And then morning comes, and the Duke's staff returns to make certain that like the last few like necessary bits of preparation are done, and then slowly throughout the time lapse we see as like more and more people begin to gather in the market square, and then eventually we arrive at the point at which the Duke and Lyra, his niece, arrive, and he's still kind of in this sort of anxious state, right? Where I imagine kind of before you have dispersed yourself into the crowd, there's probably a scene where he and his niece are kind of off to the side with like probably like Lucina and Ray's probably there. I don't know if Siani has transformed into her wolf form yet, but the fretful Duke is just, you know, kind of like wringing his hands together. He's got like a folded like piece of paper sticking out of his breast pocket that is clearly the speech that he's intending to give, and like he's just got sweat beading on his forehead, and he's just kind of looking between
Where is
all
he
of you.
hidden?
And he's
Where is he hidden the dagger? Is the question.
I'm sure it's probably like in his like the back of his belt or whatever, like under his cloak.
He's got it in badly, man.
And he's just like, and so you're certain then that if something happens, you have it under control, yes?
Comfort him, mother.
Yep, everything will be just fine, Duke. You don't need to worry about a thing.
I'll pat him on the back and listen. I gave you that dagger. I know it's going to be useful, and you know what? You might not even need it. Everything is going to be fine. Nothing's going to happen, and in the worst case scenario, absolute maybe 1% chance something happens. You got us. Don't worry about it.
He kind of like looks between all of you, and then he looks at his niece, and his niece kind of like offers a firm nod. And she's just like, so far, these adventurers have managed to deliver on every promise they've made, despite themselves.
And I'm going to stop there and just go to stop for a second and listen until I tell you what. if you want absolute confidence, I'm going to give you something. One more thing,
Oh
right? And it's really... I wouldn't give this if I didn't know you absolutely needed it. I have a parchment that we picked up from the from in the bathhouse.
Okay.
I wanted to use as I hand it to him. Can I use prestidigitation to make it like just spark white lights and stuff?
Okay.
I'm going to give it to him, and I'm going to go, listen, the reason that I've lived so long as an adventurer, this gives me immortality. Nothing hurts me. Just don't tell anyone, okay?
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
You're a fucking toad oil salesman.
No, wait, that wasn't disadvantage. Fuck.
I mean, just roll the second number. We'll see what happens. We'll take the lower of the two.
Okay, right. Persuasion.
Watch him crit again. Jesus Christ.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
so it's still like a 16. Yeah, so there's like he has this like really incredulous look on his face as you hand him this piece of parchment with like magical runes and like sparking magical effects coming off of it, and you're like, yeah, it makes me immortal. And he like takes it and he just kind of looks at it, and then he looks at you, and then he looks at his niece, and like off to the side, standing next to Lucina, like Rhea kind of leans over and is just like, you know, I thought he was a hero, but he sure does lie a lot.
No, Rhea, no. He's not lying at all, Rhea. Trust me. It's the reason he survived this long.
And then like Rhea gives you a look.
So
I have that mom smile that says stop talking right now.
Right.
I see the commotion behind him, and I'm just like, listen, Lucina, please, can you come here a second?
Yes, Ray, what can I help you with?
The Duke still looks terrified. I'm just whispering this to her, like, he still looks terrified. I've given him this. It's important he believes it.
My God.
it's probably good that Sayani's shape changed at this point because she can't say a damn thing, but she's fucking blatant lying is beyond the pale even for her. So you know that kind of groaning noise dogs make when they're irritated?
Right. Oh God! In my head, I'm imagining that like Siani has like done that thing that dogs will do, where they like lay down, and
With a
she's
hot
like
paws
covering
over
her
Yeah.
face with her
Her-
paws and just
Covering the
making,
muzzle with her paws and just like, oh dear God.
making annoyed dog sounds.
Listen, I'm trying to just calm him down and give him a smile.
So, to help with the whole calming thing, I'm going to subtly cast Aid on the Duke as well.
Sure.
Because it bolsters toughness and resolve.
Aw. And he gets 5 extra hit points.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
So you
And
get 10 hit points.
the other two that I'm going to put it on, because it's up to 3 people, I will put it on Ray and Bosingba.
Ooh, cute.
Hey.
5
So is
extra
that
hit
5
points.
temporary hit points?
Yep.
Or is it add 5 to your max?
Basically, yeah.
It's technically 5 real hit points for the duration of the spell. Like, you can be healed back up into them, unlike temporary hit points are kind of like one and done,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, but yeah, I think, not to downplay Ray's contribution here, but like the actual like suffusion of divine energy, even if it is divine energy provided by Kelemvor, who is like the sorter of the dead and the dying, probably does like fill him with a bit more relief, and he's just kind of like, yes, right. Adventurers always get things done, and he kind of like turns and looks in the direction of the statue of Minsk and his giant miniature space hamster that is depicted on the map, which like famous adventurer, like famously saved Baldur's Gate like 100 years ago or whatever, and he's just like, trust the adventurers, and he like psychs himself up, and he's like, all right, I guess we should go ahead and disperse to our positions, and hopefully I can deliver my speech in peace, and everything will turn out fine.
A rat scurries across his foot.
He just kind of like looks down and he makes that like one of those like disgusted anime faces where he's just like
The Kazuma face.
Yeah.
It's okay, dude. It's okay. That rat is actually watching over you right now, so don't be afraid of it.
Hold on, I have to find it now.
Oh, that's the thing we stopped watching was Hina Matsuri. Anyway.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It was like I know we were watching something I actually liked, but I couldn't remember what it was. I looked at the anime for next season too, and it all looks bad.
Yeah, I was thinking that. So I'm down for whatever, really. I mean, we can watch Danmachi if you want.
Sure. I need to sit down and watch Slime at some point, but I'll probably have to do that on my own.
Slime is so fucking good.
But yeah, so anyway, I think that we have everybody kind of like distributes to their positions around the crowd if they weren't already in position, like Vert or I assume Boasting Ba probably
Yeah,
had to
yeah,
show up
like,
early and get into the podium.
Yeah, I've been sitting here like before people started showing up and shit.
Yeah, you're just like in the podium, like drinking.
Yeah, pretty much.
Um,
Well, got some ration stuff. Having a decent.
and so yeah, like the Duke and his niece like ascend the stairs and take their position on the stage as like the rest of the crowd like gathers and filters into place, and he's kind of like doing that thing where he's like double checking his speech and like waiting until it seems like everyone has kind of stopped milling about, and so he kind of like looks down and he's just like, so I presume that you're comfortable, Master Halfling?
Yeah, it's great. A bit of a crick in my neck, but it's fine.
Well, just glad that you're here to help protect me, for the
Yep.
record.
Yeah, don't worry. Got your back. Won't let anything happen to you.
Yeah, and so he nods and he takes a deep breath, and then he's got this little like he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out what appears to be like a small like shiny stone, right? And he kind of like rubs it with his thumb and then like clicks it on the podium twice. And the next time he speaks, his voice has been like dramatically amplified as though by like the thaumaturgy spell. And he kind of is just like, my friends, citizens of Baldur's Gate, we gather here today to mark the foundation of my confraternity of refugee relief, and he kind of goes into this long, rambling speech about how, if people aren't willing to help one another, then what good is having a government or a society, right? If you're not putting your taxes to good use, then what purpose is there in paying them? And generally like playing himself up to be a much larger like philanthropist and humanitarian than you suspect he actually is. But it's good for his personal image. And for the most part the crowd seems to be like buying it or at least like nodding along, right? Because these are the things that like politicians say and that people want to hear. But I don't think the speech itself is actually the part that interests you the most. And Ray, actually everyone give me perception checks.
I'll be able to see it, and like I'm sitting under a podium.
I guess you probably can't from your position.
Mine should be a 20
Oh,
since that's my
yikes.
passive.
I see everything.
Right. So we've got
Apparently, I don't.
we've got good perception from Mom and from Vert, and I guess like I think we can assume like in wolf form maybe you're just more distracted by like some powerful scent or something, right, Oisa, that prevents you from perhaps noticing as
Or the
well.
Duke's really loud voice.
Right, I guess that is true. You're standing next to somebody who basically has megaphone magic.
Yeah.
I'll just say that Ray's been. There's a lot of people in the crowd, and he's a lot more than he anticipated, and was struggling to see.
Right. So that being the case, I think like among the crowd, Vert and Lucina, you both notice that like kind of somewhat close to the middle of the crowd there is one particular individual who like has the hood of their cloak up despite the fact that it's not like cold or drizzly today, and they don't really seem to be like they're definitely focused on something, but they don't seem to be paying that much attention to the Duke. Like
Enhance.
hood up, head down, like just kind of present in the crowd, and that's a little strange considering like it stands out to you as something that is strange, I guess I should say.
Zoom in on that guy. Enhance.
Enhance.
Enhance. Enhance. Can I get his face off the reflection of the puddle of water in the ground 15 feet from him?
Well, I think with the quality of your perception check, I think like as you kind of like lock in on them and like look closer, like I think you probably realize that like because I said they have their hood up and like you start putting them together, like their hood is kind of an odd shape, which would like denote that perhaps they have horns, um, like a tiefling maybe, and yeah, like their skin color is like not your typical array of like human skin colors. Um,
What would Lucina say if I started firing into the crowd?
Do you really want to piss Mom off?
I think she'd be fine with it.
If it works, she'll praise me. If it fails, she'll scold me.
let's see here. And yours is like a 20, you said?
Yeah, my passive is a 20.
Okay. Yeah, I think at the distance that you are from the part of the crowd, I am thinking in those brief moments between like the Duke's words, where his speech is still kind of echoing because of the residual magic effect, but he's not actively talking and steamrolling over it. You can hear like subtle, like inflected, like chanting, like coming like just underneath the din of like the crowd, where it's like that thing where when you start saying like specific like arcane words, like you start getting that weird like mystical reverb effect of like this is actually going to do something as opposed to just like reading the words off of the page. And yeah, you can hear like coming from like basically in this general area, like someone is casting a spell.
Is it the suspected tiefling?
Yeah, I think like squinting and narrowing your attention down, you actually do notice that front and center this particular member of the audience is in fact a tiefling who is in fact subtly attempting to cast a spell.
Alright. I am, like, fairly confident that he is the one doing the chanting.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold person.
Oh shit. All right. Your save is 14 now, I think?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. And that is a wisdom saving throw. Okay. Yeah, so what is your, I guess, like, is your hold person like entirely like a mental effect, or does it have like a strong visual component to it as well?
I was thinking it would be like a black chain that just kind of coils up around the person and locks in.
All right, cool. Yeah, so you quickly like chant the spell, and like the chain like erupts from the ground, and like quickly like wraps itself around this tiefling that's like standing in the middle of the crowd, like quietly like looking down at the ground and like chanting and trying to cast a spell, right? And it like coils around them and like seizes them in place, and like the chanting like suddenly stops, but in the same moment, right, like the crowd around these people that the spell has been cast upon like immediately like gasp and like start taking steps back because they don't know what's going on, and like the speech from the Duke like comes to a screeching halt, right, as he's like staring at this tiefling that's like wrapped in these black chains in the middle of the crowd, and the rest of the crowd is just like, oh my god, what's going on?
Hey, dear, could you please go arrest that tiefling?
Yeah, she nods and starts to like head around the edge of the stage and makes her way over to stand next to the suspected assassin. What are the rest of you doing? Because basically we have like
I'm going
like
to, now that the
okay.
crowd is parted a bit, I'm going to scan the crowd again, if that's okay. See what else
Yeah.
we can see.
Going to stand up and nudge the Duke backwards, intent like to indicate that I want to stay in front of him.
Right. He'll back up between his two cronies and
I'll stay hidden and just like try to keep an eye on the Duke and see if there's anything like if I can make out anything around him.
Fuck, what is with my rolls today?
yeah, admittedly, you don't see anything else, Ray. What are you doing there? You're
I am-
watching all of this through your sights, I assume.
Yeah, I am looking everywhere except at that tiefling. I don't care about what's going on with that tiefling because it's under control now.
Sure. Give me a perception check then.
Perception?
Yes.
19.
All right. Yeah. So you notice, as you're kind of like looking like off, kind of closer to your position,
Mm-hmm.
like emerging from like this clump in the crowd over here, there
Mhm.
is like another individual who has like drawn a weapon and is trying to like make their way around to the side of the stage.
Okay. Um. Um. What do I have?
Rats.
I do have rats. Oh, you know what? He's all by himself over here, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
He thinks he's being sneaky.
Perfect. I know how to deal with sneaks.
Hmm.
Fairy fire. I want to light him up like a Christmas tree. You ain't sneaking nowhere, bitch.
Uh, Fails a dexterity saving throw. Oh,
Green lights.
green vermin.
Yep. Yes, green rats all over him.
Glowing green vermin.
Glowing green rats.
Yeah, so unfortunately he manages to make the saving throw, so like I imagine like the swarm kind of like boils up out of the ground around him and he very quickly like manages to determine what's happening and like dodge out of the way, and then he's like he's got his knife in one hand and like he's pulling his rapier with the other, and he's like looking around trying to figure out where the spell casting is coming from because you're so well hidden. But he knows he's been made, right? So he and his cohort need to act quickly.
That's okay. Did I at least make like a big light show over here? That
Oh yeah, no, I think
Avisa.
everyone is distinctly aware of what you have done, and so a bunch of the members of the crowd are like scattering from over here as well, because not only has magic happened, but magic rats have happened.
Yeah.
So
Would I have been able to spot that?
oh, I'm yeah, like without a doubt.
The smell of the vermin, you know.
I'm guessing at that point, I'm
The
going to start
vermin tide.
barking.
Bork, 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 bork.
While facing
What's
in
that? Boasting
direction.
balls falling down the well?
Was that boasting balls
Oh,
falling in the
it's
bottle
stuck
again?
in the podium.
Oh my god! All right, so at this
go get
point,
help.
That's
At
the real
this
reason I
point,
haven't moved. It's
I
because
believe
the
it is
fucking rat is
initiative time.
Oh lord.
fucked. Oh lord. Ooh. Ooh.
I also want to see Bo Hulk his way out of the podium.
That's the reason I've not moved. My fat ass is stuck. Like, I've been in here that long, I've fucking bloated up, and now I'm like stuck in here, like wedged in real good.
Did that not
Bloated.
work? Did Roll20 miss my initiative?
I
you
haven't
flag a
seen it
slogan?
come through yet.
Oh well, there we go.
So
Fuck.
Annie tried
There
to
you go.
pull him out by the foot like she's pulling on a fucking tug rope.
Mhm.
God damn it! God damn it, Sandy! Ah.
All right, and then sort descending. So yeah, like a magical black chain has like erupted from the ground and like imprisoned this tiefling, and then like a bunch of magic rats erupted from the ground around this like very suspicious looking pale elf who is clearly like armed with a rapier and a dagger. They aren't terribly close to one another. And like I'm going to assume that Ray isn't so incapable of discerning what's going on. You are well aware of both of these individuals.
Yeah, they're very.
So,
They stand out like a sore thumb.
yeah.
You may only need to do the turn order again because Avisa rolled after you sorted it.
I was late.
Oh, sure. Let me. There we go.
Okay.
So then, what would you like to do, Ray?
Well, both are stuck right now, but priority.
Well, the one isn't stuck. Like the elf that's got the weapons, like he's looking around trying to figure out where the spell came from, but the spell didn't actually take effect on him.
Okay.
So
Okay. So, priority should be him. So, oh, hang on. I need to make Roll20 work. There we go. I was here. I was here. I was here. That's where it was. So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
hopping up on the edge of the stage, then.
Yep. And I'm going to try and shoot with my bow. Let me.
He's gonna try to shoot Bo Sing Ba.
Not yet.
Alright.
No.
Just rest it on
You
the
know,
top of the podium.
he-
I'm like, what's going on, guys? What's happening?
He's gonna try and shoot with his bow, so he's gonna try and go up like a rifle.
Man,
So
you got a straight
I
up.
missed like a retard, but also can I use my bonus action to break the wood and let Bo out?
No, I'm fine. Like,
Unfortunately, interacting with an object in that regard would be a full action, but I think it's going to be funnier when Bossing Ball just like throws the podium at someone.
That is exactly what I'm going to do. Like,
So,
that's all I've been thinking.
and I end my turn, unfortunately.
All right. So, I believe hold person. Target must succeed at a wisdom saving throw. At the end of each of its turns, the target can attempt another wisdom saving throw. On a success, the spell ends on the target. So yeah, like Ribbons is there in the middle of the crowd, like
Oh shit! I just realized that's Ribbons. Holy shit!
trying to resist like your spell, and
Which I guess
on this second turn, they lose their whole turn, so they do not get to do anything. But at the end of her turn, like Ribbons does actually manage to shake off the effect, and like the chains kind of like rupture and explode off of them, and like they let out this like just angry like sound of frustration, and they're just like, "Who the fuck are you?" And they're like pointing at Rhea, right? Like as though Rhea was the source of the problem.
You leave her alone. That's our meat shield.
And then it is your turn, Siani Wolf.
okay. I have 40 feet, so I can make it to the elf.
Yeah.
So, I guess there and like flying off the stage and
Angry doggo
bite.
missile.
Oofed.
Torpedo
Yes.
inbound.
That will definitely hit.
Apparently, they must succeed a DC 11 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Nice. And then yeah, you also get the damage for hitting as well.
Yes.
Cool.
Chomp.
Cool.
Chomp.
Chomp it, chomp.
So minus
Slightly
4.
safer thing to chomp than last time.
Yeah,
God.
for once you're not biting on something that like
Is horrendous.
smells bad.
I forgot. about
Tasted bad, I assure you.
Smells bad, tastes bad, is generally bad. Yeah, you grab hold of the elf and like worry them by the ankle, and you knock them to the ground.
that. Oh my god, I'm
Torpedo
having
dog.
I'm having flashbacks to that little teaser campaign we did with Swindle. You are the wolf that knocked down Hank.
Vert. There's an elf who has been knocked down by a wolf, and the tiefling in the middle of the crowd has managed to shake off Lucina's spell.
Well, if he's knocked down, I'm not even going to try and hit him. Because that's disadvantage, yo. So I will instead Hunter's Mark. Ribbons over there.
Alright.
And I will... Let's see. I will... Let me read my things here.
Takes your
Moved.
bonus action to put the hunter's mark.
Yeah.
I totally forgot on my previous perception roll I have advantage.
You have advantage?
Advantage for being a wolf, like
Mhm.
I will do this. I will stand up and take aim at Ribbons and fire.
Fire!
Fire!
That will definitely hit.
That is 12 bullet damage and 3 rat damage.
Oh my god. Rat cannon.
I'm
Rat
just
cannon.
picturing
Was
the
there a
bullet.
rat riding the bullet?
Picturing the bullet going in and the rats going, oh, food,
Yeah.
food, and then they run up
Yes.
to the arm where the bullet hole is and just start digging.
Even better, the bullet goes in and rats come out.
Oh,
No!
Yes.
I'm so glad I'm in this podium and can't see what happened right now.
Ah, it's terrifying. Why would you say something so upsetting? Alright,
The
so
breaks.
Like it is a
Oh wait, hold on. I forgot to deal Hunter's Mark damage.
yeah. Do your Hunter's Mark damage.
Uh,
Oh.
ignore the 1. It's just
Okay,
the 2.
so 17 damage total.
Yes.
It looks like. So yeah. Now that they are no longer like being paralyzed by hold person, as the shot rings out, Ribbons will spend their reaction to use Uncanny Dodge so that they only take half damage. But even still, like, ow! There are rats coming out of them. And they only get 1 reaction per like round, so. Ugh.
That's a yikes from me, dog.
It is a yikes from all of us, dog. I think Liara
Oh my
is going
God,
to.
Hillary, that picture.
Keep giving me weird shit to Google. I'm having fun with this.
Fucking rat bullet! Oh my god. Like shit. I need a moment. Okay. So yeah, Liara is going to grab the Duke and try to like quickly hustle him off of the stage while keeping him protected, which means that she can only move half of her speed. But she is just like, come on, we need to get you out of here before everything goes bad.
Give me that dagger.
Unfortunately, the Duke has not had an opportunity to do anything. Nor did I. I think I actually rolled for him. Let me put him in the order.
The
See if he rolls on that 20.
Oh, good. He
That's amazing.
sucks.
the chick is a badass, right? We don't have to worry about her.
I mean,
protecting him.
she is a well trained fighter. You know that much. She just returned from being stationed as a garrison commander in Chult. So like, which is a terrible fucking reeking
yes,
jungle
Chult.
full of undead.
Oh,
So-
yeah, Cholt. Yeah, we all know Cholt.
Yeah, it's a terrible reeking jungle full of dinosaurs and undead to the south of here. So like, draw your conclusions about how much of a badass you think she is from that information.
Yeah, I think she's got this.
So yeah, again, boasting ball, it is your turn.
As I try to squeeze my fat ass out of here, like going ass first coming out, and then I'm just going to try and pick up this podium and launch it at fucking Ribbons.
Sure.
I don't know how to do that though.
Yeah, give me
It's an improvised weapon attack.
yeah, I don't believe you are proficient
No,
in podium.
I'm not.
So
Alright,
so
let's
give
see.
me a dexterity check. You can just click the stat dexterity. Okay, yeah, you're gonna. Oh,
I'm just
her armor
picturing
class-
this as like Bo actually gets stuck a little bit and then he pushes so hard that the podium
It
just
fucking
jumps.
launches off me.
Yeah, launches off you, and while it's in the air, he just turns around and it's a back kick. It's like, what the? Kicking it right into the ribbons.
Yeah, you. God, why can I not grab the thing that I want? Oh well. I'm not gonna worry about it. I was gonna like actually move the podium, but like it keeps grabbing the background map instead of the square that I drew.
Are you on the right layer?
I am on the right layer. It's just for some reason it wants the larger object. I probably need to zoom in closer, and I just don't. I'm not gonna
Enhance.
right now.
Enhance.
But it does hit. I'm gonna say a wooden podium probably does like a D8, like plus your strength bonus.
Did you deal
So-
with half damage to ribbons? I still got 44.
I did. They have a lot of hit points.
Okay. It's 44 out of 44, so.
That's rare.
That's Rhea.
Oh, that's Rhea. Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. Do you have a bonus to strength?
Oh my strength? No, it's just 0.
Okay, so just plus 0. Okay, so yeah.
Yeah.
They take 6 points of damage then as a podium comes flying across like the open gap between her and the stage and like smacks into them and probably like shatters against their body as they kind of like hold both of their arms up to try to protect their face and their horns and like it definitely like bruises and bloodies them a little bit, and you know, like there's this look of just like pure, like unadulterated rage on her face as she just sees you standing there on the stage, like between her and the thing that she was sent here to kill.
And so I should use my. Could I still use my bonus action to take flurry of blows? If that is, was that an attack action or would that be like? If not, I'll just do patient defense, but like get up on her.
I think in this case you can't, because like
Yeah.
it was a ranged attack and not a melee attack.
Yeah, that's a good point. So I'll take a key point and patient defense or disadvantage on the strikes against me.
Cool.
And that's my turn.
There, I deleted the podium.
Yeah.
All right, Lucina. Bo just threw a podium. Like your wolf friend is maiming an elf off on the other side of the stage.
This is going great. This is a great speech. I love it.
They won't forget this speech anytime soon.
Alright, I am going to come up here just to provide a little bit more cover as the Duke is being escorted out, and I am going to... where is it? Firebolt! Ribbons. Oh, didn't do the attack roll.
Let's
hell?
see here. Firebolt.
Huh.
I don't know why it has gotten changed to not an attack again. Try now.
There we go.
There we go. Not the best roll, but at least it rolled a die.
Yes.
God, you rolled a 2. Unfortunate. So yeah, you get up on the stage, you send like this streak of flame at Ribbons, in the general spirit of wanting to convey the party as like good at their job as opposed to inept. I think this is a situation where Ribbons' like eyes go wide as they see there's yet another adventurer here that's on the Duke's security detail, and as like that point of fire is like forming in front of your fingertip and you unleash it, they duck to the side and it sears right past like the hood of their cloak and kind of like blows the cloak off of their like the top of their head, right? So now you get like a full view of their face and their horns, and they have like a set of horns that kind of like curl back and upward, and like it is in this moment that you really see the namesake of the assassin, because they have like multiple strands of like brightly colored ribbon like wrapped in like complex knots around their horns that are like dangling off as they kind of like rapidly move out of the way of the attack, which creates this kind of like dazzling display.
See, up until this point, nobody in the party has noticed. I guess I'll just go, ribbons!
Dun, dun, dun.
Right. To which like Rhea probably like hears your declaration and is just like, "Oh, you're the assassin!"
Oh my god.
Hello, friend! Do you know,
Angel baby.
do you know what she reminds me
Oh
of,
my
actually?
God.
She reminds me of Flawn from Disgaea. Just completely fucking no idea what they're doing. Hello,
For
assassin!
her own good.
She has spent most of her life following orders, and now she's following a handful of like degenerate adventurers who only give her like vague commands and tell her to figure out what she's doing on her
Listen,
own.
a handful
We're
of degenerate...
encouraging independence.
Hold on. I take offense to that, okay? Because we are a handful of degenerate adventurers and mom, okay?
Degenerates and mom.
Yeah.
And mom.
Oh, am I a degenerate?
Because you follow us. No questions
Yeah.
asked.
A handful of degenerate adventurers
Silently.
and mom and wolf.
A handful of adventurers on a leaky stage are going to save the world. If anyone gets that reference, I'll be really happy.
Unfortunately, like Rhea tries to like get her sword clear of the scabbard and swing at Ribbons, and Ribbons like pulls a dagger from somewhere and like deflects the blow at the last second.
Would she not have advantage because flanking?
Oh, I guess she would. You are correct. let me amend the statement.
Shag's flexing all his fucking crit roll.
No, I'm just fucking. I remember it from the last fight we done.
Yeah, no, I that was me forgetting. Like the narration stands, but
Yeah,
good on remembering. And then yeah, like the Duke is just like trying to stay next to Liara, but keep her between like him and the enemies, and he's like reached into his back like waistband, he's pulled out the dagger, he hasn't unsheathed it yet, but he's like holding it with both hands in case he needs it, just like, oh my god, what do we do, and his niece is just like, calm down, the adventurers have it under control.
Well,
I think I just think it'd be really fun if you rolled to see if he lost his nerve and just panicked.
pulled out, yeah.
Yeah.
At the moment, he's still reasonably okay, but if things degenerate any further, he probably will lose his nerve. It's true. Meanwhile, the elf is going to use half of his movement to stand up from prone, having been knocked down by the wolf, and then he is going to address the wolf as the current problem he is facing directly. Does an 18 hit your wolfy armor class?
It does.
Alright. Come on, roll 20, roll some damage.
I know that's
Thank
supposed
you.
to be a target marker, but I keep looking at it and thinking it's an unknown from Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, it kind of is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, he stabs you with his rapier for 7 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
That's a yikes.
And then we are back to Ray at the top of the initiative.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my bonus action to give Boasting Ball Bardic Inspiration, basically.
Okay.
So enjoy your inspiration, Boasting Ball.
Yeah.
And then I am going to jump off the podium to get Ribbons, because I know he's like one of our major problems.
Alright.
And I thought maybe we could speak to him, but clearly they have no intention. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stab him with my rapier.
Stab him. Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no! There's people nearby!
Oh.
Oh no!
No, I'm not gonna have you accidentally hurt your friends on a 1, but like this is one of those situations where I think, you know, you leap from the stage and you've got your rapier out and you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna, and like Ribbons literally just looks up and sees you coming and then just takes 1 step back. Right, and the point of your rapier like it hits the cobblestone of the market square with just like this really like painful sounding thunk, right? Like
And it just goes up through my arm, and I'm like, ah!
Right, and Ribbons is just like rolling her eyes, and she's just like, fucking adventurers.
My rolls tonight are fucking terrible.
It is unfortunate. And while we're on the subject of unfortunate, Ribbons is going to use her bonus action to cunning action disengage, so that she does not provoke attacks of opportunity as she backs up into the crowd and out of the middle of the 3 of you. And then she is going to use her main action, like she kind of like puts her hands like the dagger disappears like back into her sleeve, and she like completes like the somatic like gestures for the spell and says the last couple of like words that she needs to complete the ritual, and you hear this like horrifying like rending sound as like the two like potted plants on the front end of the stage like both explode, and like red tinged like black edged lightning kind of like both leap to the middle of the stage and form this kind of like bleeding red portal in the middle of the air.
All right.
Uh,
The pots. The pots for summoning the portal. There's the pots for summoning the portal that'll kill the Duke.
Not specifically to summon the portal.
let me add
Kronk
custom
intensifies.
item. Hang on 1 second. Okay, so the Hell Portal is on her is now in the initiative order after her turn. It will remain in play for 3 turns. And
It intensifies.
So
to
I
that-
assume there we go. What about that?
yeah, it's about like that. Or actually maybe a little shorter, but yeah, that basically shows you what we're looking at here, and as that is the case, emerging from said portal on the first turn that it exists, we have a couple of imps up here. And I will go ahead and roll their initiative. As
You know, in hindsight, we knew it was something to do with pots. Maybe we should have just broke them.
That would have been the smart choice.
I left you the option.
Whoops.
We are so smart. SMRT.
But you did not take it. And you know what? That means that I get to have 2 fire imps that materialize in the mortal world. All right, Siani, it is now your turn. A horrifying hell portal has like materialized above the stage, and 2 horrifying gibbering imps with literal wings made out of fire have appeared in the market square.
Lovely. Gone from bad to worse. However, I have an angry elf with a rapier that's sort of in my face.
It's true.
And everyone's just sort of left me over here.
You're good, Bert.
Beard hasn't left you.
Vert can take a beat on this target.
I guess. Well, I only have 1 skill, so
Chomp.
chomp.
It does hit.
So again, I launch myself at this fuck. Fuck him and his rapier.
Yeah, let's see.
Maybe knock him prone again.
Yeah, give me that damage roll.
Right, I forgot.
It's all good. Hey, much better damage this
Ooh.
time. Hell yeah.
Nice.
And let's see if we get the repeat knockdown. Is this going to be the comedy of errors? It is.
God.
He gets up, he stabs you, you bite him and knock him down again. Vert.
I was gonna help the puppy, but I can't hit him if you keep knocking him down.
I
mean,
only have 1 attack.
You'll
know.
just have disadvantage. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah. in that case, I'll take a primary shot on this chick.
Okay.
And
And we'll
we
give
will
her
not-
cover for being in the crowd.
There is no cover. I ignore cover.
Oh, that's right. You do have sharpshooter.
Yeah. I am going to make the attack with the longbow this time. Oof. I'm gonna spend my inspiration to reroll that
Okay.
because I really want this. 15.
That will actually hit, yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
I will use my Swarm Keeper ability to force her to make a Strength saving throw, DC 14.
Okay. Strength saving throw. She is not good at this. She fails.
She is moved 15 feet back right here.
Yes. Fuck yeah.
The rats drag
Carried
her
by
back.
the rat. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's
And
fucking,
then
that must be
I-
fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then I will make an offhand attack at the dude harassing my puppy with disadvantage. Nope.
Okay, yeah. Unfortunately, the shot goes wide with your smoke powder pistol, but
Oh, I should roll damage on it.
yes, you should roll
I
damage for
should
your
roll
main
damage.
attack.
Hold on. And Hunter's Mark.
Nice.
It's like, oh yeah, that thing
Oh
that
yeah,
we're getting to do.
damage. That thing that I did.
You guys all laughed. You said, no, Swarm Keeper, no. But now you're not loud. Now you're not, are you?
I mean, that's fucking
I mean, we were all for
terrifying.
it, man. Like,
All right.
I'm just gonna
So
have PTSD by the time this campaign's over because I hate rats.
the first imp emerges from the portal, flapping their flaming wings. They're standing like or I guess floating pretty close to you, Ray. You can feel the heat of the hellfire on the nape of your neck, and they are immediately going to move to try to intercept the Duke, which will give you an attack of opportunity as they leave your threatened area.
Okay, let's fucking go. Hey.
Believe that actually hits. Fuck. It does.
Oh my god, I actually hit them for a reasonable amount.
You did hit them for a reasonable amount. I'm assuming you can see their health bar.
Yes.
Yeah, they can, yeah.
Yeah, so look at you go.
I rolled
So, yeah,
okay.
You hit them in the back as they like move away from you. But regardless, they go kind of like fluttering down to this end of the stage. And it's going to attempt to hurl flame at the Duke. Liara,
no.
however, will interpose herself and take the damage instead. So she winds up taking 6 points of fire damage as she kind of like pushes the Duke to the ground and like just takes this fireball that's being thrown at her like full in the chest.
Hit down, Mr. President.
Exactly. And the other imp, I think, is going to seeing Bosing Ba as distracted, is going to move up and
It's a
attempt
straight
to
roll. 'cause
flaming touch you. But you have patient
patient defense, so
defense.
it's just a straight roll.
Yes. And I don't think a 10 hits you.
It doesn't. Yeah, fuck you, then.
So yeah, you feel as this like imp's like it's probably like Todoroki's like overly like heated hand like reaches out and tries to grab you and you just like move out of the way, right? Like
Somebody once told me it's your power, Todoroki.
oh my god. Yeah. Lyra is gonna grab her uncle and continue dragging him
Get the
towards
fuck out, yeah.
a building nearby, and that will be her turn. Bosing Ba, you've got ribbons in front of you and an imp behind you.
Here I am, stuck in the middle with Ray. Fuck it, I guess. take out ribbons. Or I
Pop,
think
pop.
pop, yeah.
God, moving her back into that flanking position. Fuck's sake. Yeah, I mean, that'll hit.
Bonk.
And then I'll flurry up.
Do it up.
Oofed.
That will hit.
Or
15.
Yeah, her AC's 15.
Ah.
And, yep, the 18 will hit.
oh no, it's mine.
Alright, yeah, she is, let me... to front. She is definitely looking mighty rough
Ooh.
after having been, like, thoroughly, like, beat upon by Bosing Ba.
Yeah, just like a fucking tornado of fat and quarter staff.
Lucina, there is a horrifying hell portal on the stage, and a bunch of imps have emerged.
Well, I mean, I am a tiefling, so this is a regular Tuesday for me, I guess.
For me, it was a Tuesday.
Let's see. What do I want to hit this imp with? How far away is he?
Oh, little blood imp, why are you not rolling in secret like I wanted you to?
you little fucker, you have betrayed me.
Alright, so first I am going to bonus action healing word the good pupper.
Oh,
Alright.
the good pupper.
Yay.
And then I am going to come over here to this little imp bastard. And we're going to do Word of Radiance.
Okay, which imp? Oh, the one you're standing next to. Okay. Word of Radiance, DC 14 for the fire imp. That is a Constitution saving throw, which is not one of their better ones. Yeah, he does not make it. So he will take
Cool.
4 points of radiant damage. And yeah, he probably lets out just like a shrieking cry as he's just like, "No, it's the holy energy!"
Hiss, hiss.
Right, like, It's Rhea's turn. She is going to continue attempting to harm the assassin, I think. This seems appropriate. She is going to continue, perhaps. Let's double check. Okay. Second
Oh, there we
time.
go. There you go, Rhea. That's the stuff.
I was about to say she's
Aw.
going to continue being bad at this. I mean, she's not doing a ton of damage, but, you know, she's contributing.
Fuck off, you little shit.
Fuck off, you little shit.
Listen here, you little shit.
Listen here. I fucking love it.
I love Mom.
Yeah. So, yeah, Ribbons and Rhea are, like, engaged in melee combat. She's doing her best to, like, fend off, like, 3 adventurers at once. And, like, admittedly, despite what her hit points say, she's actually doing, like, a relatively
Yeah.
good job because she hasn't been killed yet. And yeah, the Duke is just, like, still shrieking and
Oh,
trying
hang
to
on,
figure
stop.
out...
Oh, no, it's fine.
Yes.
It's just Bo didn't use his...
He didn't spend the bardic
Yeah,
inspiration.
I was
so,
just double checking. Okay.
yeah, he still has it until he chooses to use it.
I forgot about that.
And admittedly, he hit with all 3 of his rolls, so he didn't
Yeah.
need it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a Wisdom saving throw for the Duke. Okay, he is not holding his shit together.
Oh yeah, here it is.
What to do? What to do? He's a very cowardly man, but also you told him that the dagger is magic and will protect him.
Oh god damn it, no. No. No! I am not okay with this. I don't need this imp turning into something crazy.
Did we agree we were going to
Oh,
use the
no.
other table for this?
And so yes, he unsheathes the dagger and he runs at the imp.
God damn it, Ray.
Yes.
Why would you do this to us? Why?
I'm so proud of you, fat man.
And he actually manages to hit the imp.
Oh my
my
god,
Oh my
no!
God.
Yes.
But will he kill it before it transforms?
That's a good question. He doesn't have a dagger on his sheet, so what is his strength bonus?
-3 probably.
It's +0, so he's rolling a straight d4.
Oh boy.
You better roll a fucking 4 or all hell's gonna blow.
He actually
What
does.
a fucking champ!
He actually
Fucking
does kill
What
the
a
imp
fucking
with
Chad.
the dagger. Just
Dude,
like
you're
a
gonna make
leaps
this
on
guy-
it.
You're gonna make this guy think he's a fucking god amongst
I know, right?
Just leaps on it with this ichor coated like silver dagger that you have, and just like stab, and like the imp is just like shocked, right? As this happens, and
Everyone's
then
shocked.
just, like poofs in like a cloud of brimstone, unable to be affected by the ichor on the blade. Which also, you all should be quite glad, because not only did the imp not transform, but that ichor only counts for one use, right? So, like,
For
in a way, he fire cleaned the blade for you.
Thank
Listen,
God.
listen. I have to ask this. Don't hate me. How
Sure.
stiff is he right now? Like how much of a trouble he got going on right now? Listen, he's a fat man who just killed his first demon, alright? He's shoving a little bit, okay?
listen,
Probably.
I'll see
No
that.
experience.
Right here. Mom
Personal
doesn't want to know that.
I'm gonna just
Personal experience, at least a half jump. Like,
Ray's
Yeah,
gonna
I
see,
mean, he's gotta be rocking at least a half.
Ray's gonna see this from the side and he's just gonna be like this.
That's nice.
Ah, that's an unnecessary line of questioning, but
Was it though?
a little. Like, I'm going to allow it, but it was kind of unnecessary.
That gift has sunglasses, I didn't know.
Sakes.
Oh my god, does it have sunglasses?
Yeah, just watch it for a
does.
second.
Oh my god! Oh. Meanwhile, on the other end of the stage, once again, the elf with the rapier stands up and then tries to stab the
I
wolf.
get knocked down, but I get up again.
Does an 11 hit your wolf armor
It
class?
does not.
Right, so you manage to dodge aside as the rapier comes back in at you, and here is this damn, like, assassin just, like, cursing under their breath. Oh, God, it's too funny. Ray?
Sorry, I'm too busy enjoying this.
You created a monster by giving him a fake magic dagger and telling him it'll keep him alive.
Do you know what? I'm gonna inflate his ego. I'm gonna cast Bardic Inspiration on him.
Jesus Christ, Ray!
you're gonna get this.
Listen, the man is clearly freaking out a little bit. He needs to know that he's gonna be okay. So I'm gonna give him
Don't
some
ever
Bardic
tell-
Inspiration.
Don't ever tell me I make bad choices again, Ray.
Right, so that's your bonus action.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try and stab ribbons again, and probably fail because my rolls have been shit today.
Oh my god.
What were you saying, hon?
Oh, yeah, there we go.
So I was explaining to Finn how there's 2 chaotic dumbasses in this party, and that's why I play mom. But now I realize there's 3 chaotic dumbasses.
Wait, I was one of the dumbasses?
Yes,
Yeah.
of course you are.
God damn it.
Most of this
You don't-
party is Chaos Gremlins, and it's fine. Oh, right. So,
So I cast. He's got a little moat going around him, and I'll just shout to him, just like, "You did good! Come on! Keep that chin up, smile, let's go! We got this, we got this!"
Fuck's sake.
All for one piety point.
Bosingba, you have done the most damage to Ribbons, so
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
clearly,
get fucked
clearly you are her target. So let's start here. Does a 19 hit your armor class?
here. It does.
All right, take 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
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 And let's see here. An 18 hits your armor class?
Yep.
Alright. The next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack before this spell ends, so basically, what she does is she stabs you once with the dagger, and then you see this, like, kind of rictus grin as she quickly, like, uses her bonus action to, like, chant the words of a spell and, like, drags her hand across the dagger, realizing that you're just a regular mortal, right?
I'm in danger.
and then she like this kind of like black like crackling energy encases the blade, and she stabs you again for another 7 points of piercing damage, but
Okay.
also the attack deals an extra 2d6 points of necrotic damage. So
No.
Oh no.
Oh.
take an extra 6 points as she hellishly smites you.
Okay. Fine.
Spicy.
All right. The hell portal, it's on its second turn in existence, is going to belch out 2 more cackling imps of a different
We should
variety.
really break those pots, man. Fuck.
Let's see here. This one is here, and I forgot to order this appropriately. One of them is like a little stunned and confused, so it's just kind of like flapping around, like cackling madly. Siani.
I just realized I do have it.
You're cutting out real bad, Avisa.
Hang on.
There we go.
I'm assuming.
Okay, hopefully that should be better.
Yes, that is better.
As I was saying, I realized I do have another attack.
Oh.
My tail.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can tail whip people.
Out of deference to Laird, who doesn't like things knocked on their asses. Let's give this a go.
Sure.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
Fuck
And
yeah.
5 points of slashing damage as you whip him across the face with your devil tail. Which I assume he just kind of like does that thing where like it hits him on the side of the cheek and his like head like flicks to the side with the motion, and then he like comes back looking at you, and we've got like the long like bloody slash where like the kind of slightly barbed tail raked across his skin, and he's just like muttering curses under his breath at you and just be like, what the fuck kind of wolf is this? Vert.
Okay.
I will make the closest wolf approximation to a grin, which is literally just baring all teeth.
Okay, so Bo, Lucina, and Rhea all go before me. So, primary attack at Elf Boy. And, yeah, why not? Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. 12.
He's not knocked down.
It doesn't matter. 12 would have been the first roll anyway.
Yeah,
Oh,
12,
right,
12
yeah,
is the
that's
first
right.
number either way. So yeah, the bullet like zings past his head, and he kind of like turns in the spot and like looks up at you, and is just like, "God damn it!"
Shit. Offhand attack. It's one of these pots, right? It's this
Yeah.
pot and this
I
pot.
think
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Shot at the pot. Take a pot shot. I'm gonna take a
Pot
pot
shot.
shot.
Taking a
Yeah.
literal pot shot.
21. I really got to turn disadvantage off.
That will definitely hit. So go ahead and do your damage. Oh my lord.
What pot?
It's no longer a pot. It's not.
Yeah, ignore that second 2d4 because that was with both pistols. So it's just 15.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. So you hit the pot. That is, I'm going to say that is a sufficient amount of damage to sunder this inanimate object, and so yeah, as the bullet kind of like buries itself into the potted plants, there is this like sudden like crackling of uncontained energy that lets off a couple of like errant bolts, which I will. Let's see here. Got a couple of. I guess I'm gonna need dexterity saving throws for Bosingbaugh and Ray and Rhea and also Ribbons and also the imp behind Bosingbaugh and at least one of the imps on the stage.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So
use
it's
luck
like it's
for that.
Daijobu for me, I think.
Oh god, it's worse. It's the first one.
Oh god, it didn't get better. Alright. And then... You know, I was sure I turned that back to... Oh, fuck's sake. Because I was sitting here, like, measuring it out, and then I realized you couldn't actually see the line I was drawing.
Yeah.
And then the Fire Imp needs to make a dexterity saving throw. And that Blood Imp that's in range needs to make a dexterity saving throw. Okay. So, hilariously, it looks like Bosingbaugh is... Oh, Ribbons, right. Let's not forget. I'm sure she'll... I say I'm sure she'll make this save. Okay, yeah, she made the save. So Bosingbaugh appears to be the only one that has failed.
Fuck.
Oh no.
So this is going to unleash 3d4 points of fire damage in the form of like little hellfire bolts. Anybody that made their save will only take half. Anybody who didn't will take full. So Baugh will take.
I'm still alive.
You'll take 5. Everybody else will take 3, and then a bunch of the like audience that was in range are kind of like knocked to the ground and look somewhat injured, but not dead as a result of the sudden explosion of magical power, but also like after the magic kind of like dissipates in every direction, like the portal immediately begins closing. And those of you that are looking in the direction of the portal, you can see there were 2 more devils that were like making their way towards the portal. And like as the portal like seals, like they're both just kind of like reaching towards it, trying to like get through before like it just, you know, closes with a pop and prevents them from materializing in the mortal world. So, congratulations on cutting down on the number of devils that were capable of emerging. This does still leave us with 1 surviving fire imp, though, who is
But
Once again, gonna try and give the bad touch to. Actually, you know what? This should be fun.
no.
Because you have your brawler's mug in hand, I believe.
Oh, you motherfucker! Yeah, the.
Oh no.
Grabby goblin hands.
Ah, god damn it! That's my brother's mug.
Man, demons being a now.
Fucking him's trying to take my brother's mug.
You're breaking my balls, Imp. You're breaking my
Yeah,
balls.
breaking my balls, yeah, man. Breaking my balls. Breaking my bossing balls.
Choose a manufactured metal object, such as a metal weapon or a suit of heavy or medium armor that you can
Oh,
see
Jesus.
within range.
No.
You
No.
cause the
Metal.
object to glow red hot.
Oh.
Any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage when you cast the spell. Until this spell ends, you can use a bonus action on your subsequent turns to cause the damage again. If the creature is holding or wearing the object, they take damage from it, and the creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or drop the object if they can. If they do not drop the object, they have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of your next turn.
Heat metals, a ball and spell, y'all.
2d8, I've got 10 health left. On average, I'll die.
So yeah, the imp like looks at you and like reaches out like it's gonna touch you, and then it sees the metal stein in your hand and just begins cackling maniacally as you feel the metal like beer stein in your hand begin to rapidly increase in temperature. And you take exactly 10 points of
Holy
damage.
shit! Your drinking problem actually killed you.
Oh my god, you're right! His drinking problem did knock him to 0. Oh, it's amazing.
That's quality, man.
Oh.
I'll pray for you.
I am going to rule though, just to be kind as a game master, that as you fall unconscious, the mug slips out of your hand, so that you don't just like by default burn yourself on your next turn. Because if you take damage while you're unconscious, you
Yeah.
automatically fail a death
Automatic
saving
fail,
throw.
yeah.
So I will give you that small mercy.
Sure.
Meanwhile, Liara is going to run over and grab her
Listen
uncle
here, you little shit.
and just be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And then start trying to drag him away again.
Listen,
he's
he's got
just
a
like-
taste for it now.
And he's just like, "No, the magic dagger actually works just like he said. I was able to kill that imp. Didn't you see? I can help."
I am a shining golden god.
This little note is still popping around over his head, making just like, ha ha!
She's just like, "No, we are leaving." And this
Not
other
gonna lie, I got a little bit more respect for him now.
this other imp up here on the stage is gonna drift over here so that he's in like clear range of the target. Have you all ever seen like horned lizards?
Yes.
Oh god, you're gonna make him spit
Oh.
like the dinosaurs from Jurassic Park.
And that terrible thing that they can do where they can spray blood out of their eyes up to like 20 feet.
Oh no.
That is exactly what this blood imp is going to do.
Oh lord.
Scalding hot blood.
And so yeah, like a spray of blood like just sprays out from this imp and like just like coats the ground in its like thick viscous like quality, and it smells like acidic and gross, but it doesn't hit the Duke. It doesn't hit, Liara either. Like the shot goes wide, but like very clearly this thing is capable of making the most disgusting of ranged attacks.
So will we just say it's like here?
Yeah, just like splort.
Shoot
must
your
have
goo,
a
my dude.
Right?
Must have a squint.
Master Ball, I'm going to need a death saving throw from you, please.
Fail. Fail. Fail.
Yep.
Oh god.
No.
I was kidding.
Fail. Lucina. There it is.
A long-suffering healer.
Bonus action, level 2 healing word. Get your ass up.
Okay, so he is at 0, so he actually gets max from that.
Okay,
So, because you grave cleric, so you actually get
5.
14.
Yeah.
14. Alright.
Best critical miss you'll ever see.
Right, so yeah, you come back from the land of the dead just like immediately, just like
Oh my god. Where's my beer stein? Oh god.
it's on the ground next to you.
Probably still glowing red.
It is still glowing red.
It is still glowing
Yeah,
red
it will
hot.
be,
It's
yeah.
true.
Alright, I am going to... let's see. Ribbons is looking pretty rough, right?
Pretty rough indeed.
Okay, I am going to... Guiding Bolt the elf.
Do. The elf, you say?
Yes.
All right.
Radier, can
a
you
si-
please talk? Don't worry, it'll be fine.
A 16 will in fact hit the murderous cultist.
Hey.
Oof.
God damn.
A mighty fine amount of damage, leaving him with but 2 hit points, and the next person to attack him will have advantage.
Good.
He's fought.
Go for it, Dillard. You can do it. I believe in you.
Dylan's on the wrong end of the
I don't fucking care. Get over there.
Fucking Superman it. Be the hero we need.
Oh my god, Rhea is going to once again attempt to fight the assassin.
Fucking kill her, Rhea, please.
With the advantage, I guess she would have hit either way. She will hit for 10. That's a very sound hit.
She's actually just gotten really angry with the amount of misses she's had.
Right,
Yeah.
she's having a bad day. Let's see here. But the Duke, have him make another Wisdom saving throw to see how pumped up he is. I'm gonna give him disadvantage too because you gave him Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, fuck you.
Wow.
Look, he actually when I say the Wisdom saving throw is it a good idea for me to continue attacking the devils? If he fails, he thinks that it is. You gave him Bardic Inspiration, telling him that he's doing a good job, which is why he gets disadvantage on this saving throw.
The logic is sound.
Which means that he fails the Wisdom saving throw. So now he's going to try to free himself from his niece's grip.
Yeah, I believe.
Which, thankfully for all of you, he fails to do. So he's literally just still struggling against Liara's hold, and just no, I have to help. I have the magic dagger, and that thing is shooting blood at us. And she's just like, you literally are not trained for this. And it's just trying to drag him away from the imp, and he's just like, no, I can help.
Oh, that's so what I play.
He's got the dagger and the immortality
Magic
scroll.
dagger. I'm immortal. Nothing can touch me. Ah.
It has become a real mess at this point.
I'm curious what happened with the other group.
He died.
Can't let him die, guys. Come on.
I'll explain the difference. After
Finish the
it's
fight.
over.
Finish the fight. Yeah.
But yeah, so seeing that things are going very badly, and this elf or this wolf is still on him, and he has but one chance to complete the job at hand. This guy actually, like, under his breath, very quickly, like, chants the words to a spell while gesturing with his free hand, and, like, kind of like shadowy smoke folds around him, and he disappears, and reappears
Rude.
standing on the stage 30 feet away, where he has a better, like, shot at the Duke, and he is going to throw a dagger and see if he can't hit the Duke, which he does. Thankfully, it is just a dagger, though, so it doesn't do a tremendously large amount of damage. Alright.
This has been all.
Does it even break his temp HP from aid?
Yep. Kind of blows on. Like, it does break. It does manage to break his temp HP, but, like, he's still, like, in relatively good shape, even with the dagger kind of, like, stuck in his side. And I think this is the moment where the Duke kind of has that moment where he realizes that things are a lot more serious than he thought they were, because he has now actually taken hit point damage. And he turns to his niece and he's just like, oh my god, they're actually trying to kill me!
What the fuck was I thinking? Let's get the fuck out of here.
Like, no shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, dipshit.
Ray.
Wow. Oh dear. There's a lot of shit going on. I am going to cast Shatter.
Shatter.
Oh, wait, no. If
What?
I do this on another target, will it count as
Yeah.
disengaging?
No, as long as you don't move it or melee.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. Double check this.
I'm curious where you're planning on casting Shatter, because I think this has
Wibbly behind them.
quite the radius.
Yeah.
Range 60 feet. It's a 10-foot radius of wherever I put it.
Sure.
So it's not as bad as you think it is.
You still might get those nobles that are up on the stage. Though actually, I guess, to be
No,
fair,
there's another way I can. So if I put it here,
Yeah.
5, 10, 10, 10. Yeah, if I put it there, it's fine.
Okay, so you just want to get the North Imp and the
Yeah, it makes the
murderous
most
cultist.
sense.
I gotcha. Okay.
So what do I roll for this again?
I roll.
Okay,
I
you
make
roll
a
saving
saving
throws.
throw versus your spell save DC of 14, and then I guess actually, yeah, go ahead and roll the 3d8 points of.
I'm pretty sure I just hit this and it should be fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So, Yon Blood Imp,
Yeah, Shatter.
Constitution save.
855. Fucking hell. Meter Shatter.
Blood Imp makes it, so he'll take half. I'm not even going to bother to roll
Yeah,
for
he's
the
fucked.
because he's going to die even if he takes half. So yeah, he is blown away. Let's see here. Taking 9. This Blood Imp is looking real bad after that.
My bone.
and like,
Oh,
hang on
okay.
1 second. And because of the nature of Shatter, because let us not forget, Shatter is basically like a mortar strike. Like, this whole section of the stage is now rubble.
I did it, guys. I ruined Christmas.
And then proceed.
And then I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Healing Word on Bo.
All right, cool.
Bang.
Give him a few more hit points.
I fucking need them, man.
That's not a bad roll, to be honest. So.
That's decent, man. It's 21.
It's pretty good.
And that's about all I can do, except scream to Duke Portia, just be a little careful, immortality still hurts!
Immortality still hurts. Jesus Christ. Oh, cool. Yeah, you know
That's
what?
going in the ABC channel.
I'm just gonna. It's gonna spray blood at you. It's gonna float towards you and spew blood on you, Ray.
Oh, lovely.
That's the money shot.
Does a 17 hit you?
Yes, a 17 definitely hits me.
Okay. You take 6 points of poison damage, and then can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
There go my 10 hit points. Constitution.
Okay, you're fine.
Okay.
12 is the number to meet or exceed. If you had failed, you would have been poisoned until the end of the imp's next turn, which gives you disadvantage on everything.
I'm just painting blood wherever there's blood on the ground, by the way, because obviously
Yeah,
it's
just-
nasty blood. So
Yeah, it's nasty, acidic, like gross-smelling blood.
that doesn't qualify for ABCs.
It does for me.
It was not a typo
Yeah.
or a mispronunciation.
We need hilarious, like a hilarious quotes channel too.
Quote me on that.
It's a logical typo.
There you go. Quote
Immortality
me on that.
still hurts.
Yes, we
You
need
know
an
what?
out of context channel.
There you go. Quote me on that.
Yeah, for it.
Let's see here. What do I want? What do I want ribbons
Please
to
no hurt
do?
the halfling, sir. Please no. Halfling died already.
I need to check a spell description. It is her bonus action. Okay, I will just have her try to stab Ray twice then. Because you are a thorn in her side as well. 21 will hit you, so please take 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay, so that gives me 27.
And a
23, sorry.
12 does not hit you. So
Yes.
she shanks you twice with her dagger, and then she will use her bonus action for her cunning action disengage, so that she does not take attacks of opportunity as she attempts to flee through the crowd and into the market, deciding that now is the best time to make herself scarce. Having taken multiple attacks and clearly failed at her mission, but maybe she can get away to try again. Siani Wolf, it is your turn once again.
Okay, I have 40 feet of movement. Would I be able to make it to ribbons?
You have 40 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, theoretically you could get into melee range.
Okay. So, since my primary target is gone, I'm taking off after ribbons.
Makes sense to me. The attack hound runs her down.
And...
Lucky.
Oh wait, I have inspiration. Can I re-roll that?
Yeah.
Sure, if you want.
Watch it just be worse.
Hey!
No, that
Oh.
definitely hits.
Oh!
Good
Fuck.
damage on
Terrible.
that one too. Nice. Minus 8, not 89.
And
Yeah, minus 89. She's like fucking dead before she was born.
89.
Oh my god, and she fails. So yeah, you run up behind her as she's trying to run off into the market
God damn
stalls
it.
and just grab a hold of her leg and pull her off of her feet. I can't help it, man. It is what happened.
Jesus Christ.
It is your turn.
Fucking God. I hate this. But still, sharpshooter and hunter's mark are a nasty combination, so I'm gonna
It's
try
true,
it.
man. Oh, that
14.
disadvantage, man. 1 point off of her armor class.
Try it again. I really have no choice. I can't let her get away. Oops. Oh, 15, 15.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, sweet. I was
Sure.
like, in a second when you rolled. Fucking sweet.
Yeah. All right. So
Seems
you,
more into it.
as she is like pulled down by this wolf, you line up the shot and you open fire and yeah, you drop. I'm assuming you're just trying to kill her, right? Like this isn't a like wound to capture situation.
Do we know if Ribbons is the Rat King?
She's
You're
not.
relatively certain that she's not.
Okay. Then. Actually, I don't even know. I'm asking. Of course I'm killing. I'm Vert.
Right. Okay.
What
So
am I thinking? Of course not.
Yeah, what am I thinking?
she's drugged down to the ground by the wolf bite. She's like clawing her way forward, trying to like get up as she like pushes herself.
You
like
know what? I want first shot to like hit like right next to her hand, and then like her turn around, and then second shot right through.
yeah, and just like blam, and you drop her with like a well placed attack. Bringing an end to the legacy of the assassin Ribbons in one very well placed bullet.
I'm the greatest assassin in Baldur's Gate now.
I mean,
The Rat King God.
The Rat King God.
the Rat Kingo.
That's it for me. That's all I can do. I'll move my bonus or my hunter's mark to full boy down here.
Sure. Meanwhile, the fire imp behind Boasting Baw is going to attempt to bad touch you.
Not the bad touch.
Does an 18
No.
hit?
It does, yes.
Okay. Please take 7 points of fire damage and make me a DC 12 dexterity saving throw.
God! Bro, you know you can pass these better.
You
Where's the fun in
managed
that, man? I'm fucking drunk.
you managed to successfully avoid catching on fire.
Great.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Liara is going to continue dragging her uncle into this building down here and slam the door behind her as they get inside.
She's just fucking tearing him down.
Just like, we
What
will
the-
talk about this later. Which leaves. Okay, so you said you moved your hunter's mark to this boy down here. Where is that? There it is.
Spitty boy.
And then he is gonna fly over here, and he is also gonna spit at Ray.
Fuck me, I
Oh my
guess.
Hey,
Yeah,
join the club.
Fuck you indeed, actually. Please take 7 points of poisonous blood damage as he crits on you.
Yikes. Hang on.
Oh my god. I just realized, guys, that demon's giving out free blood.
It is the wrong kind of blood.
I don't
but,
care. That ogre took all my blood.
And then I need another Constitution saving throw from you, Ray.
Constitution.
Okay, you are poisoned until the end of the Blood Imp's next turn, which gives you disadvantage on all attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay.
As you are basically just like horrifyingly sickened by like being covered in blood. Really foul smelling acidic blood. Boasting Baw, it is your turn. There's a fire-handed imp who is trying to bad touch you. Also,
He's the one that set my fucking mug. Like, is it still
Your-
glowing on the ground next to me?
your mug is still red hot on the ground
Right.
next to you. Yes.
Right, I want to try and grapple this motherfucker and then like force his face into the mug and then like curb stomp him twice in the back of the head.
Jesus. Okay.
Go fuck in my drink.
Sure.
Oh, is that
Let me.
grapple?
I'm parsing this in my head. You can make an attack, and then as a monk, You
Fucking
can
use key,
spend your
okay.
bonus action to make a bonus attack, right? And you can also spend a key point to make 2 bonus attacks with your flurry
Yeah.
of blows. You can substitute any attack that you would normally make with a grapple check. So yeah, you can grapple for your first attack, and then we'll see what happens after that.
Yeah. Ooh,
Oh
no.
no.
Luck.
Okay. You gonna lucky that?
Oh,
Jesus!
oh, my rerolls, man.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, there are very few situations. Actually, with his dexterity, like
Yeah,
there's no way he could
yeah.
fail. So yeah, you reach out to grab him, and he just kind of like dances back away from you, just like cackling and pointing with like the smoke from his flaming hands, like kind of rising off of his fingertips and wreathing him as he just continues to like cackle at you. You still have your bonus action if you want to just like punch him for being a dick.
I do, but I'll probably regret it. Nah, fuck it. I'm just gonna punch him. Fuck him. Cunt.
It's fair. I mean, that will hit.
These aren't
Alright.
magic, though.
They are not magic, however, nor are they silver, so he's going to take half damage.
And I'll use key to punch him again, because fuck that guy.
I mean, that hits as well. Fuck's sake. Like, you're mad, and you're clearly, like, hurting him, just not as much as you could have been.
Just fucking couldn't get a hold of him, little fucker.
It's just unfortunate that your mug is on the ground and also, like,
Yeah.
starting to melt through the cobblestones.
Uh,
Lucina. The situation is growing more out of hand.
Yep, this is a clusterfuck for sure. Well, at least the 2 main assassins are dead, so,
these dumps we need to get rid of, really, but
the imp on the stage right now is a blood imp, right? Not a fire imp.
Yes. He is a
Alright.
blood-spitting imp.
Firebolt that little bastard then.
That will hit him, for sure. And you're hitting the one that's at full health, yeah?
Yeah, the one that's like right next to me.
Alright, cool. Right. Does definitely singe him a little bit. And then are you going to do anything else with your bonus action, or...?
Yes. Healing word on Bo.
Okay.
He needs to stop dying.
Some 6 hit points
Hey, he
back.
kind of looks like a rat boy.
He
He
does a
does,
little
yeah.
bit, yeah.
I try not to die, but they all just seem to want to hit me in the face. I must just have one of those faces.
That
Yeah, I
horrifying,
know
like,
that feeling.
blood goop coming out of his mouth. Rhea, seeing, that you have shifted your attention to the imps on the stage, is going to help Mom and leap up on the stage and attempt to defeat this imp in the name of all that is good and holy.
That's my girl. I'm so proud.
Let me double check his armor class. Wow, 13 is exactly the number.
Nice.
Does quite a palpable hit to the imp, but not quite enough to kill it. The Duke has been removed. The elf is dead. So that brings us back to Ray, covered in reeking acidic blood.
Everyone else seems to be okay, so I'm gonna take one step back, and I'm
Fair.
gonna cast Shatter again, knowing full well it might hit other people, but they have the health to deal with it.
Oh my goodness.
You severely overestimate the health of NPCs.
The funny thing is the only
The only
other
people who are gonna get hit
people
are actually player characters.
are Lucina and Rhea.
Who are at full health, so
Why?
it'll be okay.
You
I
fucking
hope.
danger close artillery on the healer is not a good idea.
Why would you do that to Mom?
Because we can take them out, and I'll make her up to her with nice tea. I'll make the tea.
I don't know how to make the tea.
Well, clearly that's not how you get healing.
Oh my god.
Hang on, I actually clicked the wrong thing. Fuck.
Well, Rhea's fine. Or, well, Rhea definitely makes the save.
Oh, fucking.
God, I wish critical saving
Yeah, I know.
throws gave you more benefit. So, but instead, it's just you take half damage.
Do I need to
right?
roll this
Like,
again,
yeah.
by the way, because of the disadvantage?
No, that's
No,
not how that
spells
works.
aren't at disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah,
attack
saving
rolls.
throw spells are not affected by disadvantage, only attack rolls.
At 18, though.
so-
Woofed!
So Rhea and Lucina will both take 9 because they make their saves, and then
Negative
Not-
9
no,
out of
not
44.
negative 9.
Rhea's just dead.
Ray has become the undead.
There we go. So, like, you can actually, like, type, like, -9 or +8 or whatever in the
Yeah.
help bubble, and it'll just do the math for you. I do not know why it did that. Okay, so let me, I have so many fucking windows open, it's kind of atrocious right now. Let me find the blood imps. Okay, first one, and the second one. They both fail the saves, so they are both killed outright, and the rest of the stage is essentially reduced to splinters.
Hang on a
In
second.
a
Let me help
horrible,
with this. Bleh, bleh, bleh. There we go.
yeah, in a horrible sonic explosion, as just like more danger close mortar strikes go off. Like I think Rhea is probably like knocked to the ground as the stage collapses underneath her feet. There's a pronounced like ringing in everyone's ears, but like in the following like moments, like you realize that like the fighting has stopped. Like the crowd has mostly like dispersed at this point. I think when the artillery strikes started going off, they mostly just like booked it. So it's really just you guys and the bodies of Ribbons and
Do we still
There's
have
still
a
an imp.
living fire imp?
no, oh, there is still a fire imp, isn't there?
No, he's dead. I killed him.
Well then, Siani, let me roll back the narration a minute. That makes it your turn.
Alright. I'm gonna hop over here and his tail whip has a 10-foot range.
Oh shit, sorry. I didn't use my bonus action. Do you mind if I cast Healing Word? Is that okay?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I'll cast Healing Word on Mom.
Sorry I hurt you.
Sorry.
You're slowly working your way back into my good graces.
Give him the tail whip there, Siani.
Oh, and this.
Not quite. There's a single imp left in play that I
I have a
forgot about.
soapbox, and I'm gonna stand on it, goddammit. So you hear gargoyling from the top of this fucking roof, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I see how it is. When Master Ray blows up something next to people, it's fine and necessary. But when I shoot something next to someone, it's, Weird, you're hurting my ears. Weird, it's too loud. Weird, why do you have to do that all the time?
Open spaces versus enclosed spaces where
The funny part is that like I imagine he's whispering this to himself and he's missing the fact that like no one is actually okay with this. He's just too
Yeah.
far away to realize how mad everyone is.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sitting up there by myself, just kind of talking to myself, just, oh, I see how it is.
You're not
When
talking to
Master
yourself,
Ray
you got
comes,
rats.
It's yes, chatting to my rats. I'm going to have a huddle of rats around me, and I'm going to point, and I'm going to show them, and just say, see, you see the double standard here. Doesn't seem very fair, does it? I don't
See,
think
this is
I
what
want.
this is what I don't get. I hate this. It's always
Squeaking,
like
squeaker, squeak.
I don't think I even want to help Master Bo anymore.
It would.
What
I
did
mean,
both have to do with it?
But I suppose I will.
But I suppose I will.
Oh, that's 20. That's not a
the
disadvantage.
20
for this guy.
hits. Yeah. Roll your damage.
Bloop.
Keep in mind, yeah. I mean, you fucking like the bullet like hits the fire imp in the back, like just kind of blows through it, and his body like apparates into hellfire like the other one. And then we get back to what I was saying about.
Hold on, wait. Because on my bonus action, I want to keep my soapbox and just say, you see, no collateral damage, but only a little sound. Mine wasn't any louder than Mr. Ray's, but do they see that? No, it's Veert, you're shooting too much, and Veert, your guns hurt my ears, and
The joke
Sorry,
is
go ahead now.
that the rats can't respond
And
because they can't hear.
Stop shooting next to my ear. God.
Oh, yeah, the rats are just like hanging on your every word,
Yes.
right? Because they have no choice.
they have no choice. It's perfect. Perfect system.
But yeah, so you like the Duke and his niece have like secreted themselves away in a building nearby. Like there is only the corpse of Ribbons and the murderous like elf cultist who is buried in the rubble of the stage left, because when the demons were slain, or the devils, I'm sorry, when the devils were slain, their bodies like apparated like back to the nine hells, leaving no evidence of their presence behind except for all of the blood that was smeared everywhere, and also your brawler's mug has stopped being 700 degrees Fahrenheit.
What did they do to you?
And yeah, so like the crowd has kind of like cleared out. It has definitely made like a real mess of things, to say the least. But at the end of the day, you are victorious. So what's the what's the plan? What are you guys doing in the wake of this conflict?
The plan is
We're
to
gonna
go
drag
straight
the
up to
body
Mom
over.
and say, "Look, I'm really sorry. I saw that the Duke was in trouble. I saw two things going for him. I just did what I had to do. I will make you tea. I will give you a foot massage if I have to. I'm very good at those, you know."
Ray has got his priorities straight.
I'm gonna go and drag the bodies over and like line them up next to each other and just like kind of not loot them, because I've been scolded enough for that, I think, and I've learned my lesson.
Man,
Fair.
you guys are trying really hard right now.
What the fuck, man? I've done nothing wrong except to get hit in the face off a fucking assassin. God damn.
Several times.
Jeez. Alright, Ray. I understand why you did what you did, but you also need to apologize to Rhea, because she also took damage, and it's not okay to attack your party members like that.
I want to take a
Next
moment to
time?
just sit here and just let the cogs click. Rhea.
Meat shield.
Yeah, you're
Meat shield,
doing,
right? Yeah.
you're doing that, and you say meat shield, and like as you're kind of like trying to place it, like she comes staggering out of the rubble, and she's like shaking her head and like holding her hand against one of her ears, and like she sees that you guys are talking, but like from her perspective in the camera, we just hear the boop,
She's just like, "What?"
and so she's just like, "What happened?" Like way too loud because she can't even hear herself talking.
Oh yes, Mom is also shouting right now because her hearing is kind of jacked up.
Can
But I
I
don't want to shout at you guys, so.
can I
you
walk
know.
away from Mom up to Rhea and just give her a big, massive hug, and I just have a smile. She can't hear me, but I'm just gonna be saying, "You did it! You did it! You're the best meat shield! You did it!"
Right, so you walk over to you hug Rhea, and she does that like very surprised, like arms out to both sides, like she's not sure if she should hug you back, she's not sure what's going on, like her face is like flushing a little bit with confusion, and you're just like, I'm fine, I swear, I don't know why the stage exploded.
The Foxconn thumbs up all the way to
Dog snort.
What were you saying, Avisa?
Audible.
She doesn't know-
Snort.
Audible dog snort.
Nice.
She doesn't.
I
just-
just thought I wasn't at point blank for that.
She doesn't know why the stage exploded.
I'll just come walking up nonchalantly with a rat on each shoulder, going, "That's what I'm saying. It's a complete double standard."
No, it's not, Veer. I can't hear you very well, but I know you're saying something about double standard, complaining about shooting in enclosed spaces, but I'm pissed at Ray right now too, so you two need to stop blowing stuff up and killing my eardrums.
Pull my plugs out. What?
Well, at least Master Ray is getting an earful now too, so we've got that going for us.
You did good, Beard. I'm
Yeah,
proud
and,
of
and,
you.
and like the rat on your like left shoulder, just like nod, like. I guess he is getting an earful. And then I think the rat on your right shoulder, like in rat speak, is just like, we could fill his ears.
I'll consider it for a moment.
I don't like the look on his face.
I'll start doing prayers for the dead bodies.
And I guess I'm gonna go towards the house where the Duke and his niece is in.
I turn around and go, holy shit, did you see the Duke kill that fucking imp?
So just like casually just go, I know, it didn't transform in everything!
I know, I'm fucking so glad it didn't, because holy shit, that went so bad the last time that went off. Like, my god.
I also suppose I'm going to shift back.
Oh, sure.
You don't
What
have- I mean, you
fucking
don't
chat
have
though,
to.
right?
Yeah, I know. Like, fucking absolute hero, man.
So yeah, you
My poor
transform,
dear Academia.
you transform back, and as you approach the building, like Liara like steps out through the door, and then like carefully closes it behind her as she emerges from the building, and turns to face you, and she's just like, ah, good. Well, I suppose he's still alive, so everything worked out.
He lives.
And he-
The threat is neutralized.
And he was most impressive.
Yeah, you
I
could
see the,
spin this pretty well for PR. You'd say he like
Well-
actually helped fight off
Yeah,
the
no,
fucking
I'll see,
assassins.
I'll see the Duke coming out and I'll wander over and I'll just give him
Oh
a
no,
map.
the Duke is still inside.
Oh, okay.
Only Liara has come out.
Okay.
I guess then I will pause and raise her voice so you can hear from inside and say, "Nice kill, by the way."
Yeah, she turns and looks over her shoulder towards the window to the inside of like the shop that they took refuge in, and she turns back and she nods and she's like, "Yes, I didn't realize that he had it in him. Unfortunately, I doubt that he can hear you, because once we got him inside, he promptly passed out from the shock."
Seems legit, yeah.
Oh. Well,
He'll be fine. He's just of weak constitution in his age.
So I'll
at
give a
least
heart.
he's safe.
I'll give a hearty laugh and turn to the woman and just be like, ha 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 ha! Oh, what a fucking champ! Listen, you can tell him he can keep the gifts I gave him. I'm sure there'll be good luck charms from now until the future.
Yeah, she makes a face at that and then just like kind of like looks at you like very levelly, and she's like, "Master Ray, I just want you to understand that I realize that dagger is not magical."
That's where I turned to her and
That's what you
go.
understand.
It was.
That's where I turned to her and go. Listen, it was. But he managed to kill it before anything happened. He did that on his own. He did that. Come on.
Right, and she arches an eyebrow at your assurance that it was. and she's just like, "I am not going to pursue this line of questioning any further because I'm afraid I wouldn't like what I hear."
Definitely not.
That's probably for the best.
The important thing, the rest of it's just details. The important thing is, he's safe. Everything is good. You're not going to kill him, are you?
I wasn't planning on killing my uncle. No.
Then there we go. All good. And I'll just give her a hearty smack on her shoulder. I'll
Right,
buy
and
you a
she
drink. Let's go.
Like a long suffering like sigh, and she just like brushes your hand off of her shoulder, and she's just like, "Perhaps later." And she pushes past you so that she can walk over to where Bo like dragged the two bodies to lay side by side in the square, and where Lucina is obviously still in the process of performing prayers and last rites. And I think she quietly like assumes a waiting position behind you, Lucina, until you are done praying. At which point, like, once she feels that she won't be interrupting unduly, she just kind of like regards you and says, I've never known anyone who is quite so dedicated to the passage of souls into the next life that they would be willing to perform rites for their enemies. It's admirable.
Well, this is my duty as a follower of Kalimfor, and even though they were not people I particularly cared for, it's still only right to guide their souls to the proper place.
Quite. Have you examined the bodies for evidence or contraband?
I have not yet. That's not something I'm the most comfortable doing due to my patron.
I see. I shouldn't want you to violate your religion, then.
I'll do it.
Yeah, she regards you levelly when you say that, and kind of like gives the head motion towards the bodies, and then carefully like places a hand on your shoulder, Lucina, and is just like, "Come, let's discuss tea, shall we?"
That would be wonderful.
And she leads you away from the bodies. So that Vert can do as he was bidden by the lady
I'll help you if you
Portier.
want
I'm gonna look.
advantage.
I'm gonna look around.
Wait, she's walking away and leaving her uncle passed out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, she's coming back over to where you and like Siani are, right? Like, there's like two distinct like clusters of conversation here, but she's not leaving the square, not by any stretch of the imagination.
So as she comes back, I'll just give her a smile and just look. The Duke did wonderful things, and I'm a bit of a creative artist myself. Perhaps you would let me write up a ballad of his bravery today for his political career. It could be good. It could skyrocket even more.
Yeah, she thinks about it, and she thinks about it for a second, and I think she turns to look at Siani and Lucina both, and she's like, "You travel with him. What do you think of his musical talent?"
Well, he's quite talented.
He is.
Have you not heard of the
When he's not breaking people's eardrums.
what did I call the ballad of Boasting Ball again? Fuck.
I don't know.
Whatever I called it, I'll just say, have you not heard of X? I hear that it's very well known about the halfling down on his luck.
I'll just shout from the back. There's a better halfling. There's a better bard at the blushing mermaid wherever we're staying.
With the
Yeah, well, the fucking bard that beat him in the bard off. There's a better bard over there.
yeah, the elf song.
Yeah, elf song. Yeah.
Yeah, she kind of chuckles and she's like, "You'll have to forgive me. I have not been up on my popular ballads as of late, as I have only recently returned from my posting in a reeking jungle where we don't get
Who the fuck is Ed Sheeran?
Yeah. Wait, do you not watch Top of the Bards?
Why is this guy in Game of Thrones? But no, your companions seem to think you're talented enough. I suppose it couldn't hurt to embellish my uncle's exploits.
I give a hearty fucking bow and just say, I'll do my best.
Yeah, so meanwhile, those of you who are looking over the bodies...
I am fervently waving Bo over after
yeah.
Lucina passes him.
Right.
Just like, come here, come on, let's go.
Right, over then. You want advantage or?
No, let's just
roll?
do it. Let's do each. I'll do the ribbons person. You do the elf person.
Yeah, I'll do the elf. Yeah, let's go.
Sure.
Oh fuck!
Let's just say your hands are really sore and you can't look properly.
Oh! At least
Right.
you took reference.
So the murderous elf cultist You find like the obvious things, right? Like they're wearing like basic leather armor. They have a rapier that is in no way like terribly special, and they have like a brace of like daggers, right? So they threw one at the Duke. They have like 5 more daggers, just kind of like in a quick draw sheath, like on their hip. And that's really about it. Like they didn't come like carrying any money with them or anything extra in that regard. They were kitted out to kill someone, and that's about
Yeah.
it.
I'll take that sheath of daggers and like hide it under my cloak.
Sure. And then Ribbons. Similarly, well, okay. So with a crit on your search check, obviously you find like they are well equipped with knives. Like it's one of those things, like it would be a joke in a movie or a TV show where they're like, leave your weapons at the door, and like they just keep producing like more knives from just like random places on their body, like boot knives, like wrist sheaths. There's like a brace that she's like wearing like around her torso, like under her clothing, where she's probably got like another like 12 just like on hand in case she needs like multiple knives to throw at people. The other noteworthy things that you find, though, you find a silver holy symbol, which once again is that kind of like a broken sword, like wreathed by wings, which you have identified as a holy symbol of Zariel. It is worth 50 gold pieces, and it is like tucked away in a pocket. And then sewn into like a hidden, like kind of like a hidden pocket sort of situation, like in the hem of her shirt, which she is wearing over like a suit of like chainmail, or like a light chain shirt that is like designed to be worn under clothing. Like it's low low visibility armor is the word I'm trying to think of. There's a little pocket that can be stitched shut in her shirt, and when you open that up, there's actually like kind of a note that's been like worried by being like opened and closed and like read frequently, so it's got a bit of like wear and like really deep like crease lines in the paper. But when you pull that out, I have a handout. Let me see if I can find it.
I want to take the note out and I want to replace it with one of my Angeli's Wheel of Fortune tarot cards.
Absolutely. Yeah, here we go. You find this tucked into her clothing.
Oh, we already killed that guy!
Who, Vaz?
Yeah.
No,
Oh.
you haven't.
Oh, he wasn't the dude that we took the Dragon Queen's hoard from?
No.
No,
Oh,
this
okay.
is the people that are like the guys we met in the sewers, and we found their other hideouts, and we spoke to that like undead dude, or the dead guy.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
like so here's the thing. Full disclosure, just to kind of like go off of what you know. The first hideout that you found under the glassworks, there were several correspondences from this guy named Vaz. The second hideout that you found under the bathhouse, like, you suspected that this person would be there. You have not found any evidence of this person other than this other letter, which you have now found on this assassin that you
Oh.
have killed.
So we have no
Oh,
idea who the motherfucker is.
Which
I thought he was
means
one of the brothers of the.
he's one of the cult leaders, but you haven't caught him yet. And also, he's not one of the three brothers that are like.
Yeah, I thought that's who I thought
yeah.
he was. But...
He's not one of the three brothers either.
Uh,
So there's an extra cult leader that you have not nailed down, who like the basically what this letter is telling you is that the person who wanted the Duke dead told Vaz to kill him,
yeah.
and then Vaz told Ribbons to kill him.
Interesting.
Han, you better go look at your certificate.
I did. It's great.
My, how the turns tabled.
And this also like confirms that the dragon cultists who you fought in that warehouse when you got that dragon treasure that they were recovering for Tiamat, like were in town still looking for more stolen dragon treasure, which, if this letter is to be believed, maybe hasn't been recovered yet. And you'll remember when you went back into the bathhouse dungeon, and I'm just going over this because it was a couple weeks ago. When you went back into the bathhouse dungeon, the other people that should have been there had cleared out, and there was definitely a room that should have had treasure in it that was empty and just had a bomb in it that blew up Shanks.
So we have to find this Vaz person, but even more importantly, we gotta find that fucking Rat King.
You're still on the
Maybe
Rat
Vaz-
King.
Maybe Vaz is the Rat King.
Oh. Yeah, so I'll share the letter with everybody. I don't think it'll do us much good now since we are basically just. It's like saying.
We're just getting
You
more
know,
leads and no like.
Yeah,
like,
it's. Yeah, it's another letter from, Steve, and we have no idea who Steve is,
Yeah. So we've got like Steve and Andrew and like fucking Angela and shit.
Yeah.
I wonder if
Not
we
got
could get
faces
any
to
more
put faces.
information on Steve by Talk of the Dead with this. Ribbons.
Oh yeah, we could.
I mean, we still could.
If Tina's got it on hand.
Have you guys had Speak with Dead Scrolls left or not?
She
Oh
should
shit,
have a.
that's right. We used a scroll last time, didn't we?
I'm
Yeah.
taking care of the dog, son, so look at my inventory sheet.
Okay. Ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Dagger, dagger, dagger.
Many dagger.
She's got dagger, dagger, dagger. She has a scroll of Speak with Dead.
Okay.
But since it's also a cleric spell, oh no, it's 3rd level though. She doesn't have it yet.
Yeah, she doesn't know it yet.
But she does have a scroll. She has 1 scroll.
Hey, okay, so again, this is one of those me being a benevolent GM. You could save a resource in this case, and like
Take a long rest.
I was gonna say you could ask the portiers if they could arrange a Speak with Dead for you, because it's in their interest. And like they're wealthy people who are associated with the
Yeah.
Flaming Fist.
Holy
Like,
shit,
yeah.
we should be claiming business expenses and all this.
Oh my god!
I thought we already
We
were
haven't-
claiming business expenses from the
Yeah,
Flaming
no, but
Fist.
like fucking scrolls.
Yeah,
Healing
we haven't
potion?
submitted our TPM reports.
Yeah. Like fucking track all this shit, man.
yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, when you were just going into that bathhouse dungeon and, like, you had no idea what you were running into, like, if you'd been like, hey, we need, like, this and this and this, they probably would have been like, fuck off until you
yeah,
have,
but
like,
now they'll
a
give us,
better
like, a
lead.
lot more. Yeah.
But, like, you literally have the body of the assassin, so if you went to Liara and were just like, hey, we should maybe ask the ghost of this dead assassin what the fuck is up, like...
That's a great idea.
Yeah. Keep our fucking shit and like get everything like.
Listen,
yeah.
you know what else we could use? Some better fucking lodging, alright?
Yeah, right.
I mean, admittedly, your
was
lodging
thinking-
is actually quite good
No.
For
for
us
the
at
lower
Dark
city.
Corpse.
Listen, we spent a night in a noble's mansion. That fucking inn's not going to cut it anymore. Okay.
Okay, so we've established that Bo Sing Ba has expensive taste. Then
How the fuck do you think I got in so much debt in Baldur's Gate? Like, come on.
fair.
Come on, son.
Okay, so I think with this in mind, just so we don't have to like role play out the entire interaction, like I think she probably agrees, right? That like perhaps casting like a speak with dead spell on Ribbons' corpse is like warranted, and you're just gonna like ask for like a better place to stay.
Oh no,
I don't know.
oh no, that was just me fucking about.
I mean, like you could, like I don't know, is that a thing that Bo would think to do? Like, how greedy do you think your halfling is? Like, be honest.
Pretty fucking greedy.
He's kind of a dick.
Yeah, yeah, he's a total dick. Yeah.
So I think what happens then is we adjourn back to like the Portier Manor then, right? Like you're already in the upper city. She's like, okay, here's what we'll do. We'll get my uncle. We'll go back to the estate. You guys can come with us. And so we catch up to you like in a different room. It's like probably like in the basement, right? And they've got like a table that they've like drug in from like one of the other rooms, and they've kind of like set it up, and they've laid the body out, and they have brought in like a member of the Flaming Fist who is capable of casting spells, and they're just like, so this is the body that I am to conjure the spirit for, and Liara
Yes.
nods.
Please.
And so they
Very interested.
they nod and kind of give Vert like a concerned look, and then like go about the business of casting the spell. And we get this scene of like the body like lifts up, like back arching like off of the table, and like kind of baleful green light is like coming out of their mouth and eyes and nostrils as the spell kind of like reanimates the spirit within the empty husk. And you get 5 questions.
Ooh. I'm.
Who the fuck are you? Where are
Hold on. I think we should let
Yeah. Somebody else take this one.
either
I mean,
Lucina
the
or
first one is who is Vaz?
Who is Vaz? That's
I
a good
guess.
starting question. If everyone is okay with that as the first question, then
sure.
yeah, you hear kind of the heavy reverb of the voice from beyond the grave, just being like, Vaz is the leader of the bathhouse cell. He's the highest member of the cult of Zariel in the city of Baldur's Gate, who is not a noble.
Yeah.
Where can we find them?
Does Ribbons know? I'm gonna roll a die.
Or like, how do you contact them?
Yeah, or how do you get in touch with them?
I don't know. Like,
Because here's the thing, I assume, like, my working assumption as a game master is that when you are using Speak with Dead, like, the spirit has no incentive to lie to you. So this isn't about whether or not they're being deceptive, it's about whether or not they know.
not know it. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess if you frame it as like, how do you contact them, or like where are they, or how do you contact them? Like I'll just kind of like I'll lump them together because it's similar information. Ribbons' ghost is just like like cells of the cult act independently. I am not meant to know where they hide. We send runners back and forth.
else got any question?
Is Lucina back?
I honestly don't have any questions in mind right now.
Okay. Then.
You know the Rat King.
Yeah, where's the fucking Rat King?
Yeah, there's a long pause, and then the voice responds, "Ah, my protege.
You're what?
They dwell in the sewers in Lowtown, down by the docks."
Hey, Quest.
Listen, on a completely separate note, before we moved away from the wide, I want that pot.
You want the pot that you blew up?
No, there was a pot
the
that
one-
wasn't destroyed in the
Oh,
lower
the-
left-hand corner.
The
I want
other
it.
one. Okay,
And,
sure.
and now that I know that the Rat King is her protege, I want her ribbons. I want them all.
So what you're saying is you're picking up the number 2 headband,
Yes, I'm picking. Yes, exactly.
so that you can go and take on the
I-
number 1.
I am the Afro Samurai now. Yes.
Oh my god.
The Rat Throw Samurai.
So that's
Yes,
that's
the Rat
three.
Pro Samurai.
That's 3 questions.
Or Rat Bro Samurai.
Should we ask about the connection to the noble sewer house?
I mean,
You know what I mean?
it seems like she's like fucking only deals with runners and shit, judging by how she gets in touch with Vaz.
But
Like,
the runners know where to go. Where would they go?
Yeah, maybe we
You
could
send
ask
a
for her.
runner,
Okay, we
where
just
do you
wanna-
send them?
are we just going to
Yeah.
like, run this up the chain and like fucking?
Or
That makes
just
more
capture
sense.
a runner. Like,
Yeah, that's what I
ask
mean. Like,
who her runner
find
is.
a runner off of her and then like go and fucking hunt down a runner and then go for there. And
I feel like
keep
we've
working
just
our way up
came
the
into
chain.
Mirror's Edge. Fuck.
Yeah, that is, man. It's like straight up fucking Deadpool shit.
I mean, it's the only link I could see to ask for her.
Yeah,
That's all she knows.
It's a good show. Yeah.
Yeah, so you want to frame the question for me in something that I can answer easily. Like I'm trying to follow
What
here.
runners? What?
If you were to send a runner to Vaz, where would you send them?
Okay.
Or where would you like contact them? Like meet up.
Where
with
would you
them, is it?
contact them? Like that's
Yeah, so,
probably
like,
like a more effective question in this case, because
then we
like
could like stake it out and then fucking try and snag one of them.
yeah, like I'm imagining it's one of those things where it's like the way this works is there's probably like each of the cells that actually like commits crime and like does like the murders like are all separate, right? So
Yeah.
that they don't they can't sell each other out.
Yeah.
And then there's probably like a group whose only purpose is to run messages from one place to another, and that's the only thing that they know. So if
Bet
they
it's the
get
fucking plumbers.
yeah. And so I think what Ribbons can tell you is like, you know, like they put out like there's probably like an indication that they put out that they need a runner, right? Like there's probably some kind of signal. I haven't really thought through what it is, but they tell you what it is so that like in character you know how to summon one, right? And they come to like her lair, which she reveals is actually there is my brain is blanking out and I can't remember what it's called, but there's like a whole network of like hidden like storage like basements or rooms for lack of a better term. I think it's actually called like the cellar. There's like a whole like network of hidden like places underneath the wide where people like store extra goods, but also there's like
Bunkers,
hidden
basically.
yeah, kind of like bunkers, but there's also like people that use it for like speakeasy style bars where you can just
Alright,
go
yeah.
and do whatever kind of drugs you want, even if they're
Yeah.
illegal in the city. And like there's like underground pit fights and like all kinds of stuff that like happens out of the view of like decent folk. And like Ribbons is like said to be like the most like that whole area under the Wide is said to be Ribbons' domain, and it's that way because they're the most dangerous, or were the most dangerous assassin in Baldur's Gate. That area is now going to be Sand's leader, obviously, but if you were to go down there, yeah, if you were to go down there and find Ribbons' like hideout, which I think as part of this question she could tell you where that is, and like do the thing that is necessary, like a runner would eventually show up.
Cool. Great. Sounds like we could probably run across Rat Boy on the way there. That's all tying in. It's going to be great.
And then I think you have one question left.
Why steal from the dragon's hoard? Maybe.
Oh,
I'm asking the group. I don't want to waste our last question.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if she knows why they were stealing from the Dragon's Hoard. It sounds like she was getting a reward from it, from these guys.
I mean, they were definitely going to pay her in it. Like, you could ask the question and see if she knows. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, the whole point is the point I'm trying to get at is the cult of Zariel has Tiamat's shit. Yep. Tiamat probably doesn't like that, so why risk angering Tiamat?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think she'll know. She's not a part of the cult. She's just like.
Well, she had a Zariel symbol like in her pocket, right? So. It's entirely possible that she does now.
I can't now, so might as well. Anyone else get any ideas?
No, I can't really think of anything.
Hold on. How about?
I mean, the only thing I can think of is unrelated to our quest. Is like, have you any regrets?
Why the ribbons?
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe. How about what's the cult's grand end game? You know, like what's their final purpose?
Don't think she'd know that.
No, she's just doing what she's told, and that's it.
Yeah, it's unlikely she would have information that would be that deep.
This is the point where you have to ask, are there any more ribbons that I should know about?
I mean, she did tell you who her protege is already. So.
I'm not gonna lie, I do want to know why the ribbons.
I know, right? Like,
I don't want to know. I know it's stupid, but I want to know.
Whatever. I kind of want the ribbons.
You can't have the ribbons. They're my ribbons. You can have one ribbon.
We can be ribbon buddies.
But I have to wear the ribbons to go kill her protege.
Yeah, it's a fucking power play.
Oh, you haven't seen Afro Samurai, have you?
I have not.
Oh, Hillary! Oh boy, what a fucking ride!
It's an anime hunt starring Samuel L. Jackson, so you know it's great.
I've seen the first episode of it. That's it.
Oh, okay. It's fucking dynamite.
So you want to ask why the ribbons then?
I do kind of want to ask why the ribbons.
It's so dumb, but I kind of need to know now.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, so she I don't have a speech prepared for this, but I do know the answer. So she's basically she tells you this story about a young tiefling girl who wanted nothing more than to be a performer because she was poor and she lived on the street and no one took care of her and she didn't have any options. And she joined like a traveling circus and like she traveled around Faerun for a time, like learning to dance, learning to throw knives, learning to perform, to amuse audiences. And at some point in her past, the ringmaster of the carnival of which she was a part took advantage of her, and she killed him with the only thing that she had on hand, which was a ribbon that was part of her costume. She strangled him to death with it, and then she left the ribbon on the corpse when she fled. And ever since then, because she didn't have any other options, and she realized that she was actually fairly good at killing, especially with the skills that she had learned. She decided that she would wear the ribbons on her horns, and when she killed someone, she would leave a ribbon on their body as a marker that she was the one who did it.
It's a pretty dope backstory.
And that's why the ribbons.
Interesting.
So it's basically the same thing as you with your weird tarot cards. It's just like different kinds of colored lace
Oh my
ribbon.
god, we are fucking seeing the beginning of a like super villain origin story, baby.
and with the final question like answered, like the light fades out from the eyes of the corpse, and it falls back down onto the table, like no longer animated.
And then we turn around and Lyra and Duke Fortier are like, "What the fuck? What's your fascination with the ribbons?" And we're like,
yeah.
Maybe you should ask the
think,
person who's obsessed with the bells.
I think Lyra Portier is kind of like thoughtfully like looking at the body when it's all said and done, and she's just like, I'd actually kind of wondered why they called her ribbons myself.
yeah, fair enough.
But
Oh my god, fuck off! Fuck off right now, hear him!
Ratatouille.
It's perfect.
Oh, it's wonderful. But
Thanks. I hate it.
yeah, this leaves you with a few more questions, a few answers. Obviously, you know, like the status of the Rat King now. You know basically where Ribbon's like secret lair is. You know how to summon like a runner for the cult, so you could theoretically try to capture them and figure out where to go next.
Gotta be some dope shit down there. Just saying.
Buzz is the leader of the bathhouse cult.
Yes.
Didn't we... Okay, I may be off base because I'm looking for all the information and I'm not seeing it, but I remember it being mentioned that after their area was invaded, didn't they relocated? And we heard about that, and they went to the temple underneath that house.
Yeah, you. So when you spoke with Dead, questioned the dead Mortlock Van Thamper.
Yes.
You learned that his mother is part of the cult of Zariel, and that his other two brothers are as well. And you learned that he suspected that if the cult under the bathhouse had evacuated, they would have either gone. They might have gone to his mother's house, or they might have also gone to there is another building that the family owns that is in like the Sea Ward of Lowtown that used to be owned by a toy maker.
So we already have two good opinions as to where Boz might be.
It's true.
And then we've got like this other one as well now.
And then you have the backup. You have the backup option if either of those leads didn't pan out. You have the backup option of trying to capture a runner and figuring out if they can.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tail the runners back.
Yeah. So, I guess my question is, because here's the thing, I don't know that you guys have actually like expressed your reliable suspicion of the Duchess Van Thamper to the Portiers yet, or not.
I don't think we have.
No, I don't think we have.
So my question, as we're kind of like getting to the end of the session for the week, is like, do you intend to tell them now that you have like saved the Duke from being assassinated? Like, one of the options that you have is like going after a noble, and that's like a big fucking deal. You need someone at your back if you're planning on doing that, right?
I don't know, man. Like, probably should. Like, trust.
It might actually help. It
On
might
you go.
actually help if my mic was on. I was just going to say we should probably do it now because we have
Yeah.
the best chance right now with buttering up the Duke on the high of his
Aw.
demon kill.
Right, yeah, like get in when he's still on a high and like fucking
Yeah,
rear end table and
sure.
shit. Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. Since it's 5-ish is usually when we wrap up. I'm gonna take a note for next week that like the Duke is still like feeling like
You still got half chub.
unduly elevated for having like finished off an imp that he really didn't do that
I
much
think the
damage
words
to.
you're looking for is raging semi.
I was really trying to talk around it, but you just had to drag us back. And like I'll give you guys the week or whatever to figure out what you want to say and like figure out what you guys want to do next. Again, we have the Van Thamper house. There's the toy maker shop, and then there's Ribbons' hideout / whether or not that is associated with the Rat King, kind of up in the air. But
Can
those
you
are like
quickly
the
put
four.
those in Marcus
Yeah,
posting so we
I
don't...
will put them in the Marcus posting channel so that we don't forget. And y'all can figure out what you want to do for next week. As far as the rest of it goes, I think. Well, I'll start with Vert. You kept getting your shots spoiled by the ill luck of someone being repeatedly knocked down by a wolf. So I think that speaks to your relationship with bad luck. So go ahead and take a piety point.
Thank you.
I will give you a piety point, Shanks, for constantly leaning on your halfling luck rather than any form of real skill. I gotta get that dig in there.
Yeah, I fucking love it.
Piety point for Lucina, as always, for tending to the dead, even though they were your enemies.
And that kind of contributed to killing them, but let's not focus on that part.
It's
Yeah.
fine. Like
You tended to
here's
me
the
and I
thing.
was kinda dead. Like, there you go.
The good book is a mite fuzzier on the subject of knees. To
The good
quote
books-
one of my
the good book
favorite.
Smiteth and the good book healeth.
Exactly. Obviously, Ray went out of his way to try to make everybody's
Yeah.
mood better, so I will give you a piety point for that.
Are you sure?
And
I
Because
think you should get 2, man. That fucking bardic inspiration.
actually,
the
yeah, you
dagger,
know what?
That shit
Yeah,
worked out so
I'll
perfect.
give
Yeah, I
you. I'll
agree
give
with
you the
that.
bonus piety. I'll give you 2 for.
are you
fucking-
sure? Because I fucked up Lucina and fucking Rhea.
Here's
Okay,
the
Maybe
thing,
but-
that.
though,
Back to
right?
1 then.
You inspired the Duke to actually go and kill an imp. I
And he
think he
fucking
deserved double
did it.
piety.
Yeah, he
Right.
fucking wrecked that shit, man.
Like, you don't lose piety for hurting people. You lose piety for depressing people. Like,
You
Like,
didn't
you're-
depress
you're
anyone. You just angered them.
You were the best fucking hype man like that Duke's ever
I mean,
had.
I'll take 2 points. I don't care.
yeah, I mean,
I expect
I'm,
to lose at least 1.
the rest of the party wants to give you the like. Here's the thing: as the game master, like I am the final arbiter, but I have to listen to the voices of the party. Like I'm running the game for you,
Don't
and the
listen to
party wants you to have this.
Don't listen to Veer. You depressed Veer.
You're always depressed.
You're just always depressed though. That's not fair.
And yeah, I mean that's fair. Verdi's always kind of like down.
Not
on
depressed,
things,
just
but-
upset
I
with
would- I
everyone
would
around him.
He's always.
Yeah,
he's
I was
always
he's-
making a joke about the double
Yeah.
standard.
Yeah,
Vert's
I know.
always upset about something. I think that's the real like story here. And then obviously I'll give Siani her piety point to.
I'm just vibing.
Sorry, I can't believe he killed that imp. That's amazing.
I know, right? Like,
I mean,
so
it really
fucking
was
fun.
very funny. Let me calculate all of your experience points for the week as well.
Level 5.
Level
Oh,
5.
It's
Level
very
five.
like how
Level
close are
five.
you guys? Like
6 to 110, so 6,110.
like
We're
you're
at just
very very
We
close.
need 390 points to level up.
Oh god, I hope I don't get you there. I hope it's like 10 points off or something.
I will go and like merc a fucking NPC right now. if
Marcus
that's
could
the-
just lie right here and tell us, like, 10 points off.
Hang on, I gotta. That stat block is not correct. Shadow Fae.
We should have left the portal open to kill more demons.
Yeah, those fucking devils, man. That would have been it.
Mm-hmm.
There is no way that is correct. Okay. I just fundamentally disagree with they mark that murderous cultist as being like a CR 1/4, and I'm like, that's no. That's at least a CR 1. Because like it nearly fucked up Siani in wolf form by himself.
I mean, I did only have 11 HP.
Sure, but like he also has a spell that he can use like once per day for free. Like it has to be at least CR1. Like that's just somebody didn't think that through.
Mm.
Okay, and there's 5 of you. So yeah, you're looking at 560 experience.
Level 5!
Hey!
Level 5.
500 and what?
560 experience points each.
We're at
66, 70.
Which means now you should be able.
Can you take off 4 points so that we could be at 6666?
But yeah, now your level up buttons should be available, and
I'm going to screenshot my entire sheet before I do anything.
It's fair. And it's one of those things where it's like I presume like you'll have this conversation next week with the Duke and his niece, but also like if you want, you can take a long rest at the house. So like you can go ahead and level up. Like I'm not gonna stop you.
So we're taking a long rest, so just reset everything.
Yeah, you'd get all your hit points and your spells back, and also you would be allowed to level up by taking that nap, so you might as well, right?
I didn't lose anything that round.
Primeval awareness. What is that?
Something to look at for sure.
Oh, I already have that.
Well, the Ichor Coated
Oh,
Dagger
definitely
is no
taking my
longer...
role.
I'm going to let him keep the
Wait,
dagger,
can you do roll
so
on
you're all
average
safe.
then, and then pick one?
I rolled 7. My average was 5.
I rolled a 2 and my average is 5, so I'll take 5. That's how that works.
Oh.
Yeah.
Primeval awareness. I can cast Beast Sense once without expending a spell slot. That's awesome. Basically, that means that for 1 minute per level of the spell slot you expend, you can sense whether the following type of creatures are present within 1 mile of you, or up to 6 miles if you're within your favored terrain. Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead.
Isn't that really kind of pointless for us, because we're going to hell and it's just going to be fiends everywhere anyway?
Didn't it say Fae,
boy.
Fiends, and...
Fae, fiends, and undead.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Goes up.
you could use it to center in on where Fiends are, at least, like...
True.
But yeah, I think at the outset of the campaign, like I said, like if you rolled less than the average, you could just take the average. Like if I had it to do over again, I would use the Matt Mercer rule, which is just I don't let you roll 1s for hit points.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I'll take the 2 if that's how it goes. I don't mind.
I already started with a rule. I don't change things in mid.
All right, well, I'll take the 5 then. Sweet.
So,
Take that and run away.
but yeah, the next campaign will be different. 3 years
Just
from now
reroll
or whatever
ones.
when we're done.
Yeah, whenever we're done with this, like fuck.
Yeah.
You now have 5 key points, and I have stunning strike. Nice.
We did it, lads. We hit level 5.
Didn't think I was gonna make it, yeah.
Oh my god, some of these ranger spells are amazing! Alter Arrow's Fortune. Anticipate Weakness.
Yeah, like the deep magic stuff is like pretty neat. I admit.
Alright, and with that, I will turn this off. Goodbye, anyone who's actually still watching.